Vegeta, what does the scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean?
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
It's over?
It's over 8,000!
What Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been staring at God titty meat all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times, the video. I'm your host, Cthulhu's about to come to you live direct from the stack. Smoke me out there with that dang shit on my left stick.
I'm back from Mississippi and I didn't see one Confederate flag.
Oh, I'm on far right. Engineering on the ones and twos, talk people out on threes and ones, Kronos.
Google Andrew Yang.
In the middle, we got the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
I'm just waiting for Kevin Feige to cast Daisy Ridley, Kelly Marie Tran in a Marvel film, and then Brie Larson to get cast in a Star Wars film, and then watch the internet turn to ash.
Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
Shit, I forgot my intro. Something about titties.
Oh, very nice. All right, we back up in this. 5 of us. Everybody back. We doing it.
Like
Back
Voltron.
Yep.
What's the other 5-man group? Voltron,
The 5 Heartbeats.
Lady
5 Heartbeats, New Edition.
Voltron really had like 6 though towards them later seasons.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, with the princess.
NSYNC
and
5 or 6?
There's 5.
Okay.
Backstreet Boys 2.
All right, whomstead have we got?
All right, listener of the week would be my boy Aiden. Thank you very much for listening.
What's up?
And first in the chat would be fucking nobody.
Oh,
Nobody's chatted yet.
God damn it. All right. Old Ninja, what you got for malt beverages and RIPs?
Pouring out some Colt 45. For first we have Daphne Dorman.
Homestead of.
Daphne from Scooby-Doo?
No. Well, this might be the Daphne that Prodigy might like.
Cool. Who's this?
This is a comedian and trans activist who has died of parent suicide. She's a trans comedian from the Bay Area. She was secretly, in the not-so-secret ending of Dave Chappelle's Sticks and Stones, she was the trans comedian that is referenced by him. And there's actually a picture of her.
Wait, he didn't say her name, though, right?
Yes, he does.
Does he? Okay.
Did you not see if you watch Sticks and Stones and watch all the way past the credits, there's a Q&A
Okay. Yeah.
where people are asking, and one of them is asking, one of the audience members asked him, how do I get into comedy? And that's how he brings up Daphne Dorman. He doesn't say last name, but it brings up Daphne about her being a trans person and how she thought that his jokes were actually funny.
Yeah, to see that interview though, like it was, you had to watch it day one when it first released. After that, it became a second segment. So you had to watch a comedy and then you had to go and find the actual interview. It actually wasn't connected anymore.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, in order to initially watch it, you have to fast forward all the way through, and
really
then
good.
it pops up.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But
So what she die of?
apparent suicide.
God
she was
damn.
44. So
Why?
R.I.P.
Damn.
Yeah, she was a former software engineer and data analyst.
Did she have her own like Netflix specials or anything like that?
No, she
or-
was an up and coming comedian. She
She
wasn't
performed at like the Punchline or something, right?
something like that.
Yeah.
But she wasn't like on that level yet. She's working her way, but she had a career beforehand. So, R.I.P. And then next we have best known for his role as Max Cherry in Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown, which he was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, Robert Forster. Seasoned veteran actor. He's credited for being over 100 TV and film projects. Some of his selected works, I just picked out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was Jack Kurtzman. In Heroes, he was Arthur Petrelli, the Daddy Petrelli.
I remember that.
He was in HBO's Spawn. He was in Disney's The Black Hole from back in the 70s.
Wait, that's a porn, man. What you talking about?
That's your porn. He's
My
on.
point too, man.
Oh damn. He was most notably, more recent stuff. He was in Twin Peaks and Breaking Bad. He was also reprised his role from Breaking Bad in Netflix's Breaking Bad film El Camino.
That just dropped.
Yeah, and he's in a ton more. He was filming the reboot to Amazing Stories, so apparently his episode is already done. He passed away at the age of 78 from brain cancer on the October 11th.
God damn. R.I.P. man. Seemed like a cool guy.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
I loved him in Jackie Brown. That was good shit.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, Jackie Brown was a little slow for me, but when it came together, when Tarantino's out, as Stitch says, everything worked out in the end. But he's definitely a recognized actor. He's like one of those like, oh, I've seen this guy before. But he's in like both highbrow and lowbrow stuff. He did it all. He didn't care.
All right.
He looks like the dude from Full Metal Jacket, the army sergeant. But I know he passed away a while ago. But in this picture, he kind of looks like him.
Yeah. Well, maybe that picture, but yeah, he doesn't look like him.
I think it's just the eyebrows. They're fucking thick as hell.
Yeah, good guy.
Sure.
All right, where you guys want to go first?
I don't know.
Let's talk about one of the biggest news in gaming anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Fortnite fucking ended and everybody lost their goddamn mind, including parents. Parents care. And I was like, you don't even play the game. But my son was so upset. Well, fuck him.
They interact with their kids.
I gotta talk to this little bastard now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I mean, the tweets were hilarious, like showing kids having hissy fits and crying and shit.
Oh my
People
God.
fucking throwing their controllers and breaking their TVs and shit.
Oh my God.
Did you guys see the actual like load
Not
screen
if-
error?
No, I did
So
not.
my kid was playing it
I saw
on
a black hole. But
Yeah, that's what it was. It would just stay on a black hole, and it would look like it was kind of loading, and you'd be like, nothing's changing, and it would just sit there for
So if you
minutes after
were,
minutes.
you
Hours,
were,
yeah.
if you were one of the like, I guess quote unquote fortunate, the black hole would suck you in, and you would get teleported to like the other side of it and be stuck there.
nobody got teleported. They just got
It just
It was
spun.
a black hole.
Yeah,
No,
it just
but
sat there.
there would be some that would. There's video of this. You would go in and it would teleport you because people were.
But if you were playing
hey,
at
I'm
the
got
same
in.
time when
But
it
no, you wouldn't
kicked
play.
in,
You wouldn't play. It would just bring you to the other side of the black hole because
Well, yeah.
it was still not. It was
That's
still
what I'm
not
saying. You were
loaded.
just floating in space, though.
Yeah.
So,
but
nothing really happened. You're still floating in space. You're just on the different side.
well, yeah, you don't load nothing. But
So
but some people thought
not
that
lucky.
something was gonna. Some people
Oh,
thought.
it's better than seeing nothing, though.
Yeah, but some people thought that something was happening because they're like videotaping them traveling through like this Stargate like warp field, and then all of a sudden you're still at another side of the black hole. So like, oh shit, I'm still stuck. Like, where's the game? Then they get mad and start going crazy.
Supposedly there were like tens of thousands of people just logged onto Twitch while this was going on, just staring at this fucking black hole, waiting.
Yep.
Like just people just streaming this fucking black hole and stuff. And just I was just mind blown. I guess how
Awesome.
deep the Fortnite hooks are into
I
people.
think it was genius. Like,
I
what
think
they
it was
did
genius too.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, it was on
mind-blowing.
purpose by Epic.
Oh, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's
I mean,
all-
there's a
yeah.
controversy out there saying like, oh, like they actually were gonna end the game, but because of all the controversy, they decided to bring it back. It's like, no, they fucking brought it back like 2 days later, a brand new fucking game.
I think what they did is what every game that's like this does from time to time is they bring the servers down for maintenance. They just probably left a couple of them on just to like give you this bullshit screen, and they just updated the game. I mean, that's fucking genius. I mean, look how much press they got. They were in the fucking news.
Yeah.
Like way more than normal.
Yeah.
So more people are gonna come back and play the game. That's just fucking genius.
I heard about it on the fucking radio. I was like, oh shit.
I mean, you know, biggest game in the world and shit. Everybody's playing it. Millions of people all over the fucking world. So, yeah, I mean, but I thought that there was some, I don't know if it was rumors or confirmed, but this was supposed to be the launch of whatever comes after Season X was supposed to happen on Sunday as well. And that's why it felt like even more people were on, anticipating either new map or new season, or new update. And then it was like nothing.
That's why it was great.
Yeah, they do all the seasons and stuff. I forget how they sort of do the lineage between like season 1, 2, and I don't even know what number that they're on, but I guess that ended, and they ended it with the black hole, and now they're into the new season.
It's awesome.
This game is so crazy that like everybody, like most people that play the game don't even realize that this fucking game, this isn't even how the game started. The game started as like some zombie fucking buildings to like protect yourself from zombies every night.
Yeah.
And then they came out with like this battle royale thing and just fucking blew up. Because like when the game originally came out, it fucking flopped hard as shit.
It wasn't a big seller, but
Not
it was
at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then it was literally, we've done this before. We've done this on the cast like 8 times. A few months later, they released Battle Royale, and that's
Yeah.
when it blew up.
Blew up. Yeah.
So,
And then it literally blew up with the black hole.
There's actually streams where you watch people that were playing in the game, and then you see what happens. Like,
It's like a meteor or something.
yeah, there's like a rocket that goes up, then like the sky breaks and cracks, and the meteor comes down and blows up the whole world. Then the world sucks itself in, then black hole,
Yeah.
and then like your character's floating, and then like disintegrates. It was
and there was a
crazy.
spot on the map in season 9 or 10 where you could like float and gravity didn't fucking work, and it was like a warped fucking gravity field, some magnetic bullshit that was going on. It was actually kind of a cool area of the original
like
map.
a mystery spot. Like
That's what it was. That's what it was like. And then you obviously saw the comet as well coming down, and you could land on it and like mine on it and shit, and then jump off it again.
This shit was all planned out.
Yeah, of course it's planned out. Like, you're not going to just leave that sitting there with the black hole. They could have just been like, oh, left you with the load screen that says, hey, servers are down for maintenance or whatever, and left you hanging. But
And people would have still flipped out.
Yeah, but instead they give you a whole thing of mystery as people are staring at a black hole. And there's numbers coming out of it. People were trying to
see numbers.
Yeah, there was numbers coming out. There's people trying to figure out, thinking there's some secret code or like some shit. People are like, oh, we think we cracked it. There's literally an article saying that some people think they cracked whatever code was coming out of it. I was like, what the hell?
It's kind of made me think of like Ready Player One when like they're at the final stage and everybody's there and shit like that, and the main guy set the bomb off and everybody's fucking
reset,
dead. Yeah, it's basically what they fucking did. They reset the entire fucking game.
It was just funny to me. What the 10-year-old kids screaming at their parents, screaming at their TV, punching the TV and throwing objects at it. Yep. That was what got me.
All recorded,
like,
too.
Yeah, all recorded. Like, one mom was trolling her kid and she's crying his eyes out, and she's like laughing and like, do the dance. So he's doing he's all doing the dances when he's all crying, and she's no Fortnite. Like, the moment she said, oh, no Fortnite, he cries even harder. I was like, oh my god, this brings me joy.
No, if your kids flip out that hard over this, they should probably stop playing games for a while.
Yeah.
And, like, that's like a key sign.
got some parenting
they got some issues. Yeah.
Take a break.
Fucking hilarious.
We'll play another game. There's a whole bunch of
How did your kids take it? Because they play Fortnite, right?
Yeah, so my son plays it, periodically.
Yeah.
He was obviously upset about it, but he wasn't whining and whatnot. He was just like, I guess I'll switch over to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts or whatever. But he wanted to sit there and wait like way longer than I did. It was at that 20-minute mark, and I was just like, dude, play something else, man. This ain't working. So it was fine. No tears and fucking
the best
out.
tears and screaming at people, fits. Oh, those are the best.
So I got to play a little bit of it today for the cast. I played maybe like 4 or 5 matches, and the first little like intro into like the very first game, it's actually pretty cool. Like it's hard to I don't want to like spoil it, but
put it out there.
It gets you kind of hyped and everything. The way like it sort of goes into this like animation scene where it's like you think you're just watching like kind of like a cut scene, and like the music that they mix into it, and all of a sudden you're jumping off the plane. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even pick my character or whatever. You just instantly go into the thing. This like whole like hype up music is going. I was like, oh okay, we're into this now. The entire map is so some of the changes that you notice or whatever is like the whole map is grayed. So in the other Fortnites where you could be like, oh, we're landing at PF Chang's as we called it, like, and they had all the names of it, they're gone. So you have to it'll just have like question marks. So you kind of have to discover what the names of each of the places are. It's remapped pretty well.
Is it still an island?
I mean, yeah, it's still an island, but then there's little mini islands in it and everything. They've completely done the whole geography of the map.
I saw those vehicles.
About 90%. There's vehicles, there's boats.
They had some vehicles even last season.
Yeah, they
like hoverboards.
They put in shopping carts, having hoverboards. What I noticed this time was that they're boats. I can't remember last time I actually got on and played during one of the seasons, so I don't know when the progression for the vehicles took place. But you can fish for weapons. There's like a fishing pole. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? And so I'm throwing it at a building, thinking it's like maybe a rappel thing. But you throw it into a lake. If you wait like a minute or two, not a minute, but if you wait like maybe like 10 seconds or whatever, it'll like vibrate, and then you just yank out a gun or whatever out of like a random lake. So that part was pretty cool. And the interface for when you start the gaming is redone and remapped. It took a little bit to get used to, but it's fun. I mean,
do they let you have any of your old stuff, all those old skins you bought?
Yeah, I mean, I had the John Wick skin or whatever.
Okay.
They got me on buying that one, so that character was still there. It wasn't there for the first one when I loaded in, because you go from the video to the thing, and then after I died and then got in my regular character, just like everything else. And then,
I think there's a lot of like rivers and lakes and streams.
Yeah, you can
and shit,
swim.
So,
like go underwater, swim, and then what I've also heard and based on what everyone's saying is like they didn't put out like a list of all the upgrades that they did. It's like kind of you have to discover it on your own, which is a little bit kind of interesting to me. Yeah. So overall, I'm gonna play it for a little bit. I mean, I'm not a Fortnite expert, but I enjoy squadding up with people and playing. I think I have maybe a couple like battle royale victories as a duo, but I've not single.
The solo?
I've not solo gotten a victory, so that one has still escaped me because people just build all way quicker than I'm able to. Like I can run around and shoot, and then all of a sudden they got a freaking castle, and I'm just like I'm toast. So, but it looked pretty cool.
Can't you just shoot the fucking things down?
Yeah, you can, but it can build your fast.
Yeah, you can shoot it, but I mean the way that they build it, it's like 4, then they have a brace thing in between that goes diagonal, so it's all like
they're like fucking architects and shit.
Yeah.
It's hella funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Even if you shoot it down, you don't get the kill, right? Don't they just die
It
from?
depends on how tall it is, but I mean, if you shoot down the base or whatever, if it was just like a ramp and you shoot down the base platform, yeah, it'll all crumble. But these fucking mad architect 12-year-olds understand foundation better than the people at the Hard Rock.
They don't have
but they build it and you got to shoot down that one, and that one. By the time it's whatever, it's like they're shooting down, dropping.
And even if you fall though, like your chute will release if you're from a high enough area.
Yeah. You can just
okay.
pull out your glider and fly away. Yeah, so I just try to stay away.
Deuces.
And they sail on.
So that was another thing about the whole thing about quote unquote ending is people were like, I spent all this money on this game. What happened to that money? You guys just took my money and ran? So people were trolling like epic about it, and I thought it was hella funny. And like, there's people like, oh, can like my son, my boyfriend, will get all that money back? I guess all that money's gone. I was hilarious.
Your money back. Yeah, okay.
It was hilarious.
They got your money. Epic ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
they're gonna milk this thing forever.
That was so.
And even if they shut the servers down, you would get shit back.
Nope.
You paid for
refunds.
Yeah.
You played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you enjoyed it. You know, most likely.
You
So,
spent that microtransaction money.
did they add any new modes to your knowledge? It's still all battle royale with the.
There's some
duos
stuff
and-
with squads. Like you can squad into like a 6 or 8 person team.
That'd be interesting.
From what I saw. But I just sort of briefly went through it. I was just like, let me just get a little bit of gameplay in so I could make sure I knew what was going on and just talk about it. But I'm gonna try out and mess around with some of the game modes and stuff for the next couple weeks.
Good shit.
Dude,
So-
Fortnite generated $203 million in revenue in May.
Just in May.
Just in May, and on here it's saying that their revenue dropped 48%.
Damn.
Well, that's about to go back up.
Yeah. This is gonna be huge. So this is called season 2. Is that right?
Chapter
two.
2. Okay.
So, if we want to keep this battle royale thing going, Apex Legends updated with their Halloween event.
Oh, okay.
So it was actually pretty fucking cool. Like, so a couple weeks ago they added a whole new map. What Fortnite just did literally yesterday. But a couple weeks ago, Apex did it. Whole new map, new areas, and a new hero. Now their Halloween event, they brought back the old map, and they put it all at night. And they have it to where it's you start out as a legend. If you get shot and killed, you come back as what they call a shadow. A shadow is basically, it looks like a demon or zombie version of your character. You can't use a gun. You have like a quarter health, but you're super fast and you can melee like people in 1 or 2 hits. If they kill them, then they come back as a shadow. So if you're a legend, when you get down to the last 10, you become a squad. You become a squad and you have to evac from the map. So you have to get to the evac, and if you're able to make it and get launched out, then the legends win. But if everybody dies, or if the legends don't make it to the evac ship, then the shadows win. They also added like those supply bins where you can pick up loot and stuff. Some of them will have zombies inside that will attack you if you open it.
AI zombies?
Yeah, they're AI zombies that will jump out at you, and you have to blow them up. If you kill them, they drop loot. And then there's like spiders. So they have spiders that'll jump out that will attack you. You kill them, they drop loot as well. It's all at night. It's all like Halloween themed. Like there's creatures in it that like will spew fire and shit through the map. It's actually a pretty fucking cool event. It's a solo mode, but like I said, you squad up when you get down to the last 10 legends. It's actually been pretty fun. You can win a bunch of skins and shit. So it's like a 3-week event. So
all the way
pretty
through
all the way through,
till
yeah,
November.
early November. So it's pretty fucking fun so far.
Good shit. Stitch, you've been playing. What happened to Ghost Recon? Like,
I'm still.
shit.
I'm
man.
enjoying Ghost Recon. It got, I guess, lukewarm reviews by a lot of people.
but you bought it. I mean, like,
Yeah,
tell us
I
about
bought it. It took a lot of stuff from the Division in terms of the looting aspect of it and getting gear. I can't remember if I had touched on that when I played the beta and shortly talked about it. They cleaned up some of the issues that was going on with the beta, which was expected, but I'm enjoying it. The map's huge. Yeah.
What about the microtransactions they were talking about? Is it overblown?
I think it's just on certain cosmetic shit. If you want your guy to have like fucking digital navy camo, then you can pay for it, or from my understanding, you can grind and you can get it and stuff. But there's nothing, to my knowledge, that I've seen where it makes you that much better. Like you have a competitive advantage, like fighting people or killing people. It seems all cosmetic.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I watched the IGN review and they barely even mentioned it, microtransactions. So I'm like, I think people are just tripping over microtransactions when you don't need to buy them. It's just like, so the Division 2 has microtransactions, but I didn't buy shit in the Division 2 microtransactions. Literally nothing.
Yeah, it's like just like in the Division 2, it's the same thing. You can grind and get it. Like, I mean, you have a chance to earn it from a loot box, but that's about it.
If you really the fucking
want
beach shirt and shorts or whatever, then,
I don't give a fuck about that.
I don't give a fuck, but you can pay for it, or if you do this little event where you grind in a certain map and do these list of challenges, you get a chance at opening a crate and you might get it. So I don't see what the big deal is with that.
Do you like it as much as Wildlands? This is a sequel, right?
Yes, it's a different because it took a lot of stuff from the Division, some stuff that I liked from it in terms of like the looting aspect of it, but it seems like it's a little overkill on it, and where it's like if Wildlands is like, all right, I got my M4, I'm good. With this version of it, I get the M4. Oh, there's a better one. Oh, there's a better one. This one's got a higher gear score. This one's got different attributes to it. Like my handling is up 10%, and my hip fire is 5% if I go with this one. Or I can upgrade it to a gear score 104 and get the same thing. So that part is okay. Some of the menu part is annoying because going through like your loot gear, like with the Division, you can mark stuff as mark as junk, save as favorite. This one they haven't put it in yet, so you have to literally click on everything in the menu, which is fucking annoying in terms of like if I want to sell my stuff, if I want to just break it down and get the parts. So I don't like that part of it. The PvP stuff I'm enjoying. It's a 4v4. I think they polished up a lot of the stuff with it. Anything that you earn in the single player game, you can carry over directly to the 4v4.
It's a separate mode though.
Separate mode, and everything. With the previous one in Wildlands, if you were the medic class, you automatically had the drone, and that's kind of what you did with this one. Your guy that you have, you go into the game with, some of the stuff like the drones, gas grenades, they're on the map, so you don't start up automatically with a drone. You have to go to certain areas. All right, now I have a drone, now I can scan the area, where in Wildlands, the first one, pretty much people who had the drones, you don't even run on the map, you're just droning everywhere at first, and all right, then you start running out. But I'm enjoying it so far. There's some stuff that they could polish up on. John Bernthal is in the game.
Oh, sure.
He's not like the main bad guy, but he's really good. They don't use him too much. I thought he would be in the game a little bit longer because essentially you can go on a couple missions, and if you wanted to take him out within the first maybe 30 minutes to an hour, you could. He's sort of like a puppet in terms of like the big scheme that's going on. Okay. But he's still in the game. His acting is really well, and I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, we'll see as it goes on and do some more main missions. I've just been grinding and getting loot and getting my character to look how I want him to look.
So with the reviews and whatnot, is it just negative hype, or you're saying it much ado about nothing? I
think a lot of people wanted their Wildland. They wanted Breakpoint to be something different than Division, and I think when the two started to mesh, their Division and Ghost Recon are two separate different games. I mean, Division, your enemies and your bosses are spongy as fuck. I mean, you might as well be throwing fucking balls of paper at them until that you fucking knock them out. With Wildlands, it's not like that. You do a 3-shot kill or whatever, you're good. That's how you kind of want to do in terms of droning everything, strategically planning it out, using your stealth and everything. That's what people in Ghost Recon love, and that's what I love about that.
There's no cover in Ghost Recon.
Well, they start. I'm glad you mentioned that. They try to add a little bit of covers, but it's kind of herky jerky. It's not as clean as the Division. The Division cover, where you're moving from cover point to cover point, really smooth. It's nice. This one, it's like I'm fighting a little bit, trying to adjust the camera and do wall peeking because you're in that third person view, and it's not as clean as the Division is. And I don't like how the map is in terms of like where I need to go for my waypoints. The IGN review described it really well. It's like looked like someone just tossed a bunch of Skittles on the map, and I got to try to fucking find out where the fuck it is that I'm going. I wish it was a little bit more clear where the objective is that I picked and where I need to go.
When you were talking about the wall peeking, have you played Rainbow Six, the Vegas ones? You remember that? Yeah, because they had like that where you could like hug a wall, but then you can come out at a 45 and peek.
That's like Siege.
Okay,
Is it like that, or
it's not as clean? It's not nearly as clean. I mean, the wall peek normally works at like first person. I mean, that's how on Rainbow Six.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't really do it in third person.
Yeah, third person, you're not really gaining an advantage because I can already see what's beyond the obstacles.
So the way in Rainbow Six Vegas, the way it was, you would stick to a wall where your character was backed to the wall. When you went to aim, it would switch to first person to aim around the wall, and you would be at a 45 automatically. Is that
in between that animation? Wouldn't you get shot?
Yeah.
No, because you're in the wall, and when you pop out, you're quick, and you're at a 45. You get shot if you got spotted.
See, I don't like that at all because normally when not to get all tactical or whatever, but normally it works better. I like to wall peek from not right up on the cover.
Yeah.
I don't want
you
back away because you're less yourself is exposed or whatever. That's why I really loved about Rainbow Six, the last Rainbow Six, Siege or whatever. I could wall peek from 20 feet out from the wall or whatever, and I'm barely showing where it's like how you're describing. It's like, all right, I'm on the wall, then boop. I'm not really peeking if like half my whole shoulder, half my chest is going and everything. But
let's get in here.
Yeah.
Well, I played the alpha, so I didn't play I played the beta as well, I think. I didn't play the actual game, but I told you my thoughts about the game before. I thought it was a decent game. And then when I read about the microtransaction things, I was like surprised because it didn't seem like it was that big of a deal in the game, and it's not.
Yeah, so, I don't get it either about the microtransactions.
I think
Who's mad?
Well, Kronos is reading some of the reviews. They just sound super trolly. Like they're just microtransactions. Fuck this game. Like why do I need this? And people were trying to say that it was a pay to win, but there was no evidence to back that up.
Yeah, but the critic reviews weren't much better too. You're talking about the users.
Yeah, I'm talking about
both
users,
of them are pretty low.
The critic ones, the critic reviews I've read too, and they both were the same. They said for a Ghost Recon game, this is just okay, which is unacceptable. And I was like, oh shit.
Well, a lot of what IGN mainly said is that it was glitchy, right? There was a lot of glitches, and then they were giving like a lot of critiques that you can give to any fucking Ubisoft game. Which I mean, the Division got a higher score than that game, and it's like literally the same fucking, very similar mechanics, except for certain things. But they were mentioning things like, oh, you have to go here, you have to complete objectives. It's like, yeah, congratulations, you're playing a fucking video game, you idiot.
Yeah,
like that's the way it works.
Yeah, it's always a bunch of fetch me tasks.
Yeah,
and everything. Go do this, hack that.
So are you? So I think you probably gave Wildlands like 7 or 8 or something. Is that what your early review is on this?
Or to be determined?
It's still to be determined because I've just been running around aimlessly, just trying to get the gun that I want and stuff, and then I like it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling like this might be on sale by Black Friday.
Yeah, that would be on sale before that. Shit, Borderlands is already on sale.
I saw that today.
Borderlands Control. There's a few other
$30 now?
37.
$35.
Yeah, it's like 37.
Whoa.
God damn.
And it sold a lot of fucking games.
Yeah, over 5 million or something like that. It's 2K's highest selling game.
There's a bunch of games that have just come out. They're discounted at Target.
5.
Yeah,
Target, Amazon, and I think maybe Best Buy. There's like one other store. But yeah, they're already discounted.
So you gotta remember, sometimes like when you see sales like this, they're making room for shit for Black Friday.
Of course, yeah, and that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
But still,
did y'all play any of the Borderlands, the Red Loot Hunt thing?
I have not.
Oh no, I missed that.
Nah, I didn't get a chance to get them.
Yeah, so I mean, it was kind of fun. I mean, you had to basically like, I don't know, a spawn camp, but you have to. There was like certain bosses and like rare enemies that you had to find, and they had rare loot. Well, I was trying to get the goddamn King and Queen's call from Tyrene for like goddamn 3 days, and I fucking didn't get it. I must have killed this bitch like at least 15 fucking times. I'm serious, and I still didn't get this fucking weapon, man. I got one though, that was the one that I gave you, the fucking fast ass doll weapon, but this one was a frost one, which does like, I don't know, it's a Stranger Things gun.
Oh shit.
And the specs on it don't seem that high, but for some reason it does fucking insane amounts of damage.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because remember you played, you saw the same thing, right? Like, because I got the gun at like level like, I want to say like 15, and I was playing with that gun until damn near fucking level 27.
Damn.
And I was still fucking smoking fools with it. And this one now it's level 50, and it's frost, because the one I gave him was fire.
No, but the one you gave me does both.
Oh, it does both?
Yeah, it depends on the time of day or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's either the time of day or like every time I reload or something like that, it switches between fire and ice. I haven't figured out, because sometimes it'll be like daytime and it'll be ice.
Yeah, it's weird.
So weird, yeah.
But it does insane amounts of damage. So I basically found a bunch of like really rare guns throughout, like legendary guns, and just guns that are good in general. But you had to like go to like special locations for them, and like some of them were bounties, some of them were like bosses they had to beat again, and they had a higher chance of having legendary loot. Which,
isn't there like a mod or something where you can increase your chances of even better loot?
Yeah, so there's Mayhem mode, which I have turned on. I just have Mayhem mode 1. I don't know how to get to the... Oh, I guess I have to beat a bunch of shit to go to the next one, but this is back when Zane was still like super nerfed.
But isn't there like a player...
You can just change the rock.
Isn't there a player... Or... Go ahead.
Oh, you can put it on hard, or True Valhalla mode.
Well, but isn't there like... they have those mods that increase your percentage of better loot, though, too?
Mayhem mode.
No, you're thinking the
I'm thinking of like the little
where it ups it to like you can either pick weapon damage, reload speed, and it'll move it up like a half a percentage.
Oh, you're talking about for luck? Yeah, but that's like super low percentage though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a point something a percentage every time you get it, and it's like don't rely on that. Like once you beat Borderlands, you get this. You can put it in Mayhem mode. It's like a little rock you put in.
Yeah.
And once you do that, it makes everything harder, but it also has greater chance for like loot and other. You
can still move it. At least I don't know if they readjusted, but you can go from 1 to 3. You just pick up the rock and move it over.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it's ridiculous. Like I was like, oh, let me see what this 3 is about, because I was like, oh, 400% chance of this. That sounds amazing to me.
40% chance of death.
Yeah. I'm wasting all my ammo, not denting anything. I'm just like maybe go back to Mayhem 1.
Well, now I got a whole bunch of fucking level 50 gear. That's like insane. So, and I still got to go through. They finally unnerfed Zane, so he's playable now in the end game. But I had to like really change like my whole I had to respec him.
I thought they buffed him.
Well, no, they buffed him, but it's only for like they buffed him. But I guess the way I was using him like wasn't the highest damage per second way to do it, because I was using like the Digiclone and his drone. But the thing you should do is use like a combination of all 3 skill trees, but then you have to put a lot into the shield one. And the shield one comes in handy because you can drop it and then you can pick it up, so it's just on you, and then run around, so it's like an extra bullet sponge for you, plus your shield and your life. And like if your life goes down, like with the vampire mod, you get back so much fucking life. It's hard to kill you unless you're reloading. So that's like pretty much the only time that somebody can really kill you is when you're reloading.
Okay. Good shit.
I had to perfect that by going against like the final boss Tyrene a bunch of times. I was like, all right, now how can I like survive against this bitch longer? And then once I did that, and like I've only died like once or twice max, like trying to kill that boss now.
So you're farming her.
Yeah, that's what I was doing for like a long time, like to see what like the best way to like up my stats.
Shit, I feel like early on in the game, this kind of happened to me because I was trying to get the One Punch Man shotgun. It's called the One Pump Chump, and like, so I played with B-Boy Frost. Every time we killed him, it dropped for him, but it wouldn't drop for me. And we killed him like 10 times. Never got it. He finally just gave me one. Okay. I was like, motherfucker. I'm like, let's just try one of these. Oh, no, here, take this. I was like, because he would sell them. He's like, I already have like 2 or 3 of them, but I don't need them. But he wanted to keep moving on in the game. He's like, I'll just give you one. Let's just keep rolling. I'm all fine. But I swear, I'm all, dude, it's going to drop this time. It's going to drop this time. And it just didn't fucking happen.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
It's frustrating when you don't get what you want. But one thing that is cool, though, is I didn't realize this until after I played, it was the second player, but your like vault that you have, it transfers over to all your characters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, because I was playing like as the Beastmaster, and I was like, I want to see what's in the because I noticed like when I went to go do my SDUs, it was already maxed out. Like well, it wasn't maxed out, but it was like close to maxed out, and I was like, well, that's what I did my other character, and I was like, well, let's just check the vault. And I looked, and all my shit was in there. Nice. And I was like, all right, cool, because there was shit I left in there for other people.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just use it now. And there's also when after you beat the game and you get like the Guardian points, that stays with you when you pick a new character as well.
Oh shit! So you can it helps with the whole leveling up of your new characters if you got those great weapons and shit.
Yeah, it really does. And having the extra mods from the not Mayhem mode, but the Guardian points, and also the Guardian points, they keep going. So no matter who you play as, your Guardian rank goes up. Oh. Like once you pass the game. So if you play as like a level 50 character, it'll level up. But then you just share that experience through all of them.
How do you like the Beastmaster by comparison?
He's different. So definitely he can do. It's easier to get a lot more damage quickly with that fucking fadeaway thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Holy shit.
The cloak?
Yeah, it's called fadeaway, but it's just like you do so much fucking damage with that shit. It's insane because like the first time you get it, like it was for me. It was like a no-brainer. Use fucking fadeaway, and because when you do it, you cloak, and then like you get 3 shots, and it's no matter where you hit him, it's critical. All right, so and then like later on, you can have a chance to modify it to where it lasts for a shorter amount of time, but every shot you do it at 5 seconds, they're all criticals. Okay. So and what you can do is if you get a Jacob's weapon, like a good Jacob's weapon, it's fucking boss on like anything because when you hit with a critical with a Jacob's weapon, it fucking ricochets to somebody, right? Oh. So if you have something like Rowan's Call or the King's Call or something like that, it ricochets to 2 people, and it puts 2 more rounds in your magazine. So it's basically like infinite shooting for like 5 seconds, and it like hits everybody else. So it's fucking badass.
That was crazy.
So you can easily you can wreck a whole fucking room full of everybody in like seconds.
Well, one thing I realized is that if somebody loans you or if someone gives you a weapon or whatever, you have to claim it within a certain amount of time, or else it goes back into their account or whatever.
Yeah.
You have a couple days.
Yeah, they can have like 5 days or something to claim it, which I think is cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you don't want to back that all up. But yeah, I've been loving the Beastmaster. That's how when Stitch and I were playing, he had a problem with the Penn and Teller. Like you were using a different skill. I was using the cloak.
Oh, like, you were using the fadeaway? Yeah,
I was cloak. Yeah, I would cloak, and I had a rocket launcher that because I hit every time it hit, critical hit. So I was fucking him up, and so like you're like, oh shit, we're doing really good damage. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking critically hitting him because I'm cloaking. Then once it recharged, fucking pop out my fucking rocket launchers and just boom, hit that motherfucker. But it worked out. We got him in one go. But that was definitely, it wasn't exactly a smooth ride, but we still got him.
Yeah, it's funny because this is the first time in Borderlands like ever where I had to respec a character. I've never had to do that before because I just noticed that I was just playing it fucking wrong. You might be doing the same thing. Like fadeaway, like when you read like the actual specs for it, like you can just fucking wreck shit in like 5 seconds. And that's a chance.
That boss was really the only one that gave me like really any trouble and everything. And mainly because I was doing good like shooting on the move, and then I would see that fucking saw. The saw would always just land like right on my head or some shit like that. I'm like, all right, which way is it going?
Like, fuck. I felt like that was a little cheap on their part because it wouldn't give you the chance to kind of prep, and it would just drop on you. And like, what the fuck? But having your beast revive you, that is clutch. Clutch so many times.
Good shit.
Did you end up beating it or not?
No, I still haven't beat it. I need to play some more. Maybe this weekend I'll get a little bit of time.
It's so good. It's funny because like just there's some characters in there that are just fucking hilarious. Like I'm replaying the mission with Merle, the redneck dude that's trying to get you to beat the witch.
Oh yeah.
You need to get them there yellow mushrooms or red mushrooms. Like, the way he talks is so fucking funny, man.
I think what's her name?
Tina.
No, not Tina. The Catch a Ride chick.
Oh, Ellie.
Yeah, she says some crazy shit. She's always saying some sexual innuendo shit.
Yep.
That like after she says it, a split second later, I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? Did you just fucking say what I think you just said? Craziness.
Yeah.
That shit's hella funny, and it's like when she wants something. That shit's how she's like, I need to Vault Hunter. You need to give it for me, type shit. It's just hella funny, dude.
I got a quote Quagmire. Big girls need loving too, but they gotta pay.
Oh, god damn.
But you know what's crazy about the game though is that for me it keeps getting better and better because I played through as Zane. I had like certain I guess weapons I like preferred, right? I usually prefer like Jacob's weapons and like I think T-Door sometimes.
Yeah.
But then, like, when I played as Beastmaster, I'm like, I'm going to try some different shit. So I tried, like, Molly-on weapons and Atlas weapons. Mm-hmm. I didn't know Atlas weapons are so fucking badass. Mm-hmm. Like, there's, like, one of them, I forget what it's called, like the downsizing Q or some shit like that, where it shoots out 2 bullets, and it does, like, insane amounts of damage for some reason. I had, like, the one where it shoots out a grenade.
Oh, shit.
And it just, no matter, you throw a grenade, and all these fucking darts hit, and no matter where the dart hits, like, you'll hit them. You can just go around the corner and just fucking shoot straight, and it fucking hits them, and it does like a whole bunch of damage. So I'm like, those Atlas ones they're pretty good. I never used them at all as Zane.
Wow. Okay. Good shit.
I just pick up whatever. I go by rarity. If it's rare or a legendary, I'm gonna check it out. But I've ran into a couple legendaries where I didn't like. I'm like, this isn't hitting the way I want it to. So.
Yeah. Well, because some of them are difficult. Like the Marley ones, like they have like a charge up time, but after they charge up, they can do like insane amounts of damage. Cause like they have ones where you charge up and it has like kind of like a medium range hit.
Yeah.
Where you can like basically 1 or 2 hit like almost anything with them, but you have to wait for that charge up time. So you have to like basically run around like charged up, and you can't sprint when you're charging up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Y'all gonna pre-order this? We got finally the official, that everybody knew. PS5 dropping it later, like next year or whatever, with the official name and all that. Oh. Are y'all gonna pre-order? Or y'all?
No.
I'm gonna pre-order as soon as I see what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. We don't know all the details. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I've gotten the last. I got the 3 and the 4 on day 1. So I mean, I'll just see what the bundle is that they're gonna promote, whether it be get it from GameStop or Amazon.
If GameStop is around.
Yeah, true. And just sort of decide from there. But I mean, I don't even know if the image that they're showing is
that image looks ugly as shit. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I heard that's not official.
It's a dev box. People keep showing it. It's a fucking dev box.
Yeah, that makes sense because I remember for the PS3 they showed that boomerang controller. There was never the actual release controller. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So I get that.
No, but the dev box is something they use as for like developers to like actually develop a game, and people don't. Let me see if I can show.
It's not gonna look that ugly.
It looks
like a horseshoe.
It looks like a cable box.
Yeah.
It looks like something you get from Cox Cable or fucking Xfinity or some shit. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And I've seen at the bottom it says this is a concept art thing, and then like I guess they've looking. The one I've seen now is literally like a it's just a shadowy version of the PS4. I'm like, this ain't no fucking.
It looks like a building for like the Atom or something like that. Like it's headquarters or some shit.
Look, this is the dev box for the PS4. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like legit. It looks like a fucking. It looks like a Dell Optiplex.
Yeah, just
like seriously.
Yeah.
That's just for developers.
Yeah,
so.
It's alien looking. Yeah, I mean, we don't know what it's actually going to look like. We know the name and whatnot, and we know it's coming out in the holiday
2020
Project Scarlet, right? Is that the project?
That's the Xbox.
I don't understand how people are complaining about the way that the actual physical box look. I don't really give a fuck. Does it play good games? Like,
yeah, true.
I've never bought a single console on the way it physically looked. Not one.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're all boxy.
Yeah, they all are boxy. That one did look ugly though. That was the ugliest shit I'd ever seen. But
hide it behind your TV. I don't give a fuck.
Wall mounted.
Yeah.
Are we seriously trying to say that this fucking janky ass looking rectangle slant thing PS4 is beautiful?
I like the way this one looks.
Stupid as fuck. It looks like
looks like a brick.
Hold on, but pull up that one from the dev kit. That it had blue and white. No.
It's a concept
for the 5.
Yeah, it's a concept picture. It's not an official picture, but everyone thought it was.
Yeah.
So they've been using it in their articles.
They ain't releasing nothing.
And I'm like, dude, this don't
that
look.
Hurt my eyes.
This don't look real.
Yeah, that one. I was like, what is this?
So I mean, if you're listening to us, it doesn't.
You know that looks like
can't see.
I looks like a fucking an amp for your subwoofer in the back of your fucking car.
The fact that it says "Let's Go Digital,"
Yeah.
I know that it's not going to be because I mean it's definitely going to have a Blu-ray drive.
Yeah.
It's Ultra Blu-ray, so
What it looks like if you've seen Tron Legacy, it looks like Clue's like hideout.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, now it'll look better now.
I don't give a shit. I don't care if it looks worse than that. Like, am I gonna
Triangle to pyramid.
Am I gonna get a new God of War? Am I gonna get a new fucking Horizon Zero Dawn? You know what I mean? That's all I care about.
It's got to have over a terabyte of memory.
Oh yeah, hard drive
That's a
space.
very good
Not
point.
even that. I think it needs to have at least like maybe 10.
10 terabytes.
Yeah,
Because,
dude,
I mean,
a game is like a terabyte now.
Look,
Almost.
What they say?
These updates are
What they
getting
say for those specs on the Red Dead Redemption 2 for the PC and Call of Duty Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
Both of those combined is like 400 gigs almost.
Yeah,
fucking
fuck
nuts.
that shit.
2 games, and those will be last gen.
Yeah,
You
right.
know what I mean compared to this. So
I think the Scarlet and the PS5. I think they're right now both at 1 terabyte.
Do they say if it's gonna
That's
be able to
launch,
do?
Yeah, launch.
It's gonna be able to do 8K, or is it just gonna be like?
Yeah,
4K?
they claim 8K.
some people are shitting on this because it doesn't seem like. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. So we go.
I was just gonna say, a lot of people are shitting on the fact that it's natively probably not possible to do that for the price that they're going to release it at.
So wait, people are kind of silly though. You don't really need an 8K. 8K is too fucking much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's too much.
4K is perfect.
The 4K, even 4K is it's barely perfect. You know, 4K is good if you have like a 65-inch screen or 70-inch screen. It's not if you have like a 30-something inch TV. Or,
yeah,
you know,
no.
so like it's 1080p is fine. You know what I mean? I don't understand. People don't understand pixel density. You know what I mean? Like when you have something that's 8K on a screen that's like 55 inches, you're not going to see any discernible difference between that and like probably a 1080p, or definitely not with a 4K. And with 4K, the only time you see a real difference is when you have HDR10. If you take a 4K fucking monitor, stick it next to a 1080p monitor, and there's no HDR10, they're gonna look exactly the fucking same.
And think about watching porn on it, man. You don't want to see all her pores. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when
you
you're
want
looking
some
at them
dimples.
kidneys.
Yeah.
Unless it's hentai, and then man,
Oh
no.
hentai heaven, boy.
You get to see all the suction cups on the tentacles.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, people just wasting money on the 8K shit.
Yeah, I'm just like, and they're both promoting it. I'm like, do you really need 8K? Like, seriously, like, 4K should be fine for most households.
Look,
you know?
look, I want it under $500. I do. I don't want a $600-$700 console.
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
Is there a
I think
price?
it's $500. I'm pretty sure it'll be $500.
Yeah.
Yeah, did they like say an amount or no or nothing?
When do we anticipate that we'll start to get the big news about it?
At least spring. I mean, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, but
I would say
what event comes around that time? Like what,
E3?
E3?
So-
Yeah, but
Think-
Sony wasn't there last year.
Yeah, they weren't there last year, and then they used to have their own PlayStation experience, like in December every year, and it's getting kind of late. I guess they're not having it this year, which is weird, because I'm like, that would be the perfect time to launch when it's only about you.
Yeah.
But
What about like PAX? Do they?
Nope.
Seem too
I don't,
small.
I don't think
Okay.
that. No, PAX is a decent size, but it's not as big as E3, but pretty close. But usually at PAX they just talk about a game and not a console.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean, they could literally just do it on their own and kind of guerrilla style say, now it's time to do the reveal, and all of us would get in line and jump on board and see all those specs and shit. But I think they're at the latest March,
Okay.
right? I mean,
I want to say May. You say latest March. I'm gonna say latest May.
And I think they're gonna have like a lot of new games that are gonna be announced with it. Like
I would
I'm
hope so.
expecting to hear about God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, a new Uncharted.
They'll do an
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Or bring back Resistance.
Yeah, Resistance. That's been missing
yeah,
for a while.
they didn't do that at all this gen.
No.
And what was weird as fuck to me, I love those games, they didn't do any remastered versions of those.
Yeah,
that trilogy.
So there was rumors that they were, and then I heard like they just moved on because they were doing Killzone.
It dropped it like what? What was that? Knax or whatever.
Knack, yeah. We don't talk about Knack.
Rezo Gun and then
Yeah, Resogun was supposed to be a good game.
No, I
played.
enjoyed Rezo Gun was awesome for
What I want to see is a new Lost Planet with like actual
shit, I forgot
controls,
about that one.
with really good controls. There's been 3 of them. There's been 3 Lost Planets. I don't know why. Like
Like 4.
Was it 4? I've only seen 3.
What
but
came out this generation, I think?
I know that people complained the controls were weird because I played a demo on the last gen and like it looked amazing, but the controls felt counterintuitive. And I was like, this felt like it's like playing Resident Evil 5 controls with like a 4-player squad.
Oh, no, it's great.
So I was like,
it looks like Final Fantasy VII will be able to be played on the PS5. From what GameStop is saying.
Well, all of the PS4 games are supposed to be backwards compatible with
and
the 5.
and PSVR.
So,
Okay.
but Final Fantasy VII remake comes out in like spring of next year, March,
of next
February,
year.
something like that. So. It's weird. It feels like they're going out with a bang for the 4, but then you'll still be able to play it on the 5 if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That'd be good. I mean, you kind of can on the Xbox One already. So.
Is this the first console from Sony that you can is backward compatible?
No. The 3
Like-
was.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah, I
certain
guess-
models of the 3 were.
Yeah, the early ones.
Yeah. The fat
Boys.
Yeah. But the 3 also can play one. I think all of them can play one games, right? Even 4 can play one.
I don't
4
think-
can't play one,
No,
I don't
4
think,
can't one.
which was crazy.
The 4 can't play 3. The 4 can't play anything.
Yeah, I can't play 3 either. You're right. Or 2. Yeah.
Nah.
But I thought there were PS2s that were backwards compatible with 1.
I think there were 2.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we'll fucking see though. I'm curious about this launch lineup. Do you think they've had enough time to do another God of War already? Because that dropped in 18.
I don't think so.
Well, I think they could at least announce it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think they could actually come out with one relatively soon. So the main reason why God of War took so long is because they made a whole new game.
True.
Right, so the previous God of Wars, they came out like every couple of years.
Yeah.
Because they were basically building upon the same engine.
Yeah.
This is a whole new engine, but now it's an established engine. Now they can just build on that engine they already have. So I think they have a good roadmap of where they want to go. Like they've already hinted at the other mythic realms that they want to go into.
Sure.
And so I think they could do that, and I think they could do it in a relatively short amount of time, just like the previous games.
Yeah, this would be a year and 6 or 7 months if it was a launch though.
Oh yeah. Well, I just want to be announced. I don't think it's going to be ad launch, but I want it to be announced. Yeah, I don't think it's going to come out ad launch.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Yeah, but God of War like 1, 2, and 3, they came out within like a 5-year time span.
Yep, and in between they were dropping those
PSP.
PS Portable kind of ones.
And a caveat though, I mean, games are more difficult to make nowadays.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Budgets are a lot bigger, takes a lot more people, but
Especially for a new console too.
They do for Grand Theft Auto.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we need a new Grand Theft Auto.
How long's it
Well,
been?
GTA's they're always giving us new content though. See, Rockstar and a few other game manufacturers, like Epic, is doing as well with these games that they're kind of like generational games.
Games as service.
Yeah, because they keep just giving you more and more content. Yeah, that's what the actual name is called, thanks. And you're just going to keep playing it because they keep coming out with new content. So it gives way more time to come out with a new game, like Red Dead and GTA. They could just take their time because they still have new content.
Yeah, I mean, look, we were just talking about it earlier, but Rainbow Six Siege came out in 2015.
Yeah.
We're at the end of 19. Every year there's 3 or 4 new operators, new maps, and all that other stuff. So, yeah, if something's good and it's continuing to be supported, you can just rock it out for a long time. And that's what Bungie, Activision initially said, remember, with Destiny, saying it was going to be a 10-year game. Destiny 1.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Destiny 2, on the other hand, will still.
That ain't going to be 10 years either.
Yeah, but there's enough content on there to keep people.
Yeah, but see, the problem is it's not as much content as like what Rockstar is doing and other game manufacturers. What Rockstar is doing is that they're giving us free content all the time. What Destiny is doing is they're putting a paywall in every single time, so it ends up being like a $300 fucking game.
And not all of them, if we're really honest, are great.
No.
Some of those bundles and DLC drops are better than others. Some of them are shit. And did you play Shadowkeep? Is that good?
No, I haven't. You have to pay for Shadowkeep,
Yeah,
but
sure.
everything before that is free. So if you paid for it beforehand, you're kind of SOL.
So
if you're buying it now, you get everything that's been released for free. Like if
That's
like
just wrong,
So that's
man.
not included with like a season. Didn't they offer like a season pass?
all
thing?
that's wiped away.
That's bullshit.
All gone. So to give you an example, Destiny 2 was free on the PS4 like last November or some shit like that.
Vanilla version.
Yeah, the vanilla version, right? So I got a message like 2 weeks ago that everything Forsaken is free with the PS4 version, or the one that I got. So now it's updated with all the season pass stuff, the DLC that they initially released, all that shit free up until Shadowkeep. So
they're like, hey, play this dusty ass game, and you went running.
No, I got the vanilla version. I got everything for free. So fuck what you trying to say.
Can I ask real quick though? Are you playing this Monster Hunter expansion?
No, not yet. Because it's like $40.
I know. I've shit on the game. It wasn't for me. We're certain. But I tell you this: Capcom said this is their best-selling game of all time.
All time, yeah. And
bigger than Street Fighter fucking 2 and Mega Man and shit.
Yep. Damn.
That's impressive.
And
That is impressive.
Not only that, when the game released, everything that they released was free up until this point. So literally a year and like 2 months later was their first paid DLC content.
Yeah.
Everything else is free.
I just don't. The fucking game, man. There was just so much fucking shit on the screen. I'm like, yo, this HUD is fucking awful. Where is anything?
It was
Jesus
complex
Christ.
for no reason. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm already in a chat with you.
Yeah.
Why can't we squat up and kill a monster or a lizard or something?
Yeah.
And then I kept doing the same lizard.
Yeah,
some
over and
lizard
over
beast over and over again. I was like, are there other parts of this planet that I can do shit on?
Yeah.
That was rough, man.
Yeah, for newcomers it probably is a little weird, but I mean, if you're a veteran player, it's fucking amazing.
Well, I'm a veteran player, just not of that game.
Yeah, of that game.
Yeah, I mean, more power to them. I mean, obviously, people playing it, it was not appealing to me, and I really wanted to like it, but I was just like, I don't know if it's just too Japanese for me or some shit. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it didn't tickle my fancy.
No, me neither. I put that down. I was like, here you go. But I'm glad folks are enjoying it. What's this Kevin Feige news?
Feige?
Feige.
Supposedly they named. Well, he is now the. I wish I had the title. In front of me.
Creative.
The chief creative.
HNIC.
Yeah. Yes, that is what he is. Of the creative, I guess, creative division of Marvel.
Okay.
Just pretty much, he's the creator of their universe now. And
He's Stan Lee.
Yeah. If shit's getting put in the movies or whatever, he gets final stamp of approval on how they're going to navigate all storylines, whether it's in the MCU or I don't know if it got clarified or not in the comics as well. Did anyone get any clarification on that?
Because the comics are much better than the movies.
I've heard both. I've heard the comics are separate, but I heard the comics is. So his official title is Chief Creative Officer, and he maintains the title of President.
How are you gonna do all this and isn't he supposed to do a Star Wars movie as
He's
well?
supposed to. I guess I think he might be like producer.
God damn it.
Whoa, damn.
He's a fucking advisor.
Comics coming out weekly.
There's no way comics can be involved in
I don't know
that,
if he's gonna try to be all. If he'll just back off the comics, because I mean, I mean, obviously he's got the movie thing running very, very well.
Somebody's doing some
Hold
cocaine.
on. I gotta roll back what I just said, because the comics are better than the comics were in the past better than the movies.
Oh, for Marvel.
Yeah, the comics right now, there are some titles that are really good. I would still say Marvel comics right now are still going through a rough patch as a whole. You know what I mean? Like they have some gems out there, but as a whole, they fell off fucking 2-3 years ago, and they decided to go a little more politically correct on some shit.
Okay.
They started making bullshit characters and
Killing off everybody.
yeah,
That was my problem.
Yeah, and just like replacing people with fucking different genders and ethnicities for no fucking reason.
It was the all new, all different. That was the thing that a few worked, but
But it wasn't all new, all different. Like it was all new, but the same. You know what I mean? It's like we're just gonna take this one character, make him a female, and then give him the same old rogues gallery, have him do all the same shit, and then a couple years later we'll bring him back. At the worst time they could have done it, when they had Avengers movies out there, when literally at a certain point in time, if you watch the Avengers movie and then went to the comic book store, you cannot find those same exact Avengers. Like they literally were all somebody different.
Yep.
Like the Hulk was dead. It was Amadeus Cho. Iron Man was Riri Williams. Fucking Captain America was
Falcon.
like four people. Falcon. Who the fuck else was there?
Jane Foster.
Yeah, Jane Foster was Thor.
You had Kate Bishop as
Yeah, it's
Hawkeye.
Yeah, I guess Black Widow was still around, but she didn't really have a comic, so you know, that was awful fucking marketing for them.
I'll also go one step further too, which was very interesting. There was quite a few years in between where there was no Fantastic Four, and X-Men were way downplayed, didn't have many events, and just kind of pushed to the peripherals. Obviously, some of the I'm not buying into everything, but some of the conspiracy folks were like, before Marvel owned back the movie rights to them, maybe they downplayed some of the comics for Fantastic Four and X-Men. Anyway, they're back in the groove now, and X-Men has a huge event, and they're hitting their stride again. But it was weird. It was real weird to not see X-Men kind of really in the mix. So, but Kevin Feige has earned this. I mean, I don't think anybody was going to disagree with that, right?
So, what I was unaware of, I guess there's like a Marvel TV division called the Marvel Family Entertainment.
That's where S.H.I.E.L.D. is from, right? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I don't think so. I think they're Marvel Studios. So I guess there's two different versions, but all of that's moving under Marvel Studios now. So whatever subsidiaries they have, they're all going under one roof. So I guess there was a Marvel TV versus Marvel Studios, so they'll be more managed by like.
Was that the Netflix stuff then? With
I think the
Daredevil
Netflix. Well, there's the Netflix stuff. There's the Freeform stuff. There's the Hulu stuff, and then then ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All those I guess were run by two different houses.
Marvel Television?
Well, there's a Marvel Family Entertainment.
I don't think so.
According to the reports from Deadline, Variety, and what's this other one? Mashable. They were under like slightly different studios, but now they're all going to be Marvel Studios.
So I don't know.
Maybe they had some DBAs.
As long as he doesn't like overly micromanage stuff, I guess with the books. I mean,
I don't think he has time.
From what I guess the articles that I read when the story first dropped, they were gonna maybe use some of the comics to help set up stuff going on into the MCU in terms of seeing what characters are being well received, and kind of branch off and blow up from there. But I guess we'll sort of see how it works. I mean, obviously he's got a lot of credit, so he can
got a lot of clout.
Yeah, exactly. He can kind of do what he wants to right now, and then I guess we'll see over the next couple months or years, however long he has his position for.
He's gonna have that until he start fucking up, and I mean, he hasn't fucked up yet.
Stop making billions of dollars every fucking weekend.
He would have to like just show his dick to some intern to get to lose that job or whatever, because he's built those gold towers.
Yeah, he'd have to get some claims like they did to my boy Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, damn. Somebody grab my titty in a club.
You know what pissed me off, though?
Oh, boy.
There is video of that club. Like, there's surveillance footage.
Really?
And it sure does show him not doing some of the stuff that he's accused of. And then people coming out of the woodwork now, and I'm like, okay. I don't know. I can only see what was on the footage that TMZ has released multiple times.
This is the new way to make money in fucking 2019.
I was like, oh, okay.
Falsely accuse people and then get paid.
I mean, now look, and if he did do it and he gets convicted and there's some additional tape, then hey, I'll admit that I was wrong on his shit, but
Well, you were not informed.
Yeah, but TMZ certainly has shown like his interactions with several waitresses there in this nightclub, and it's like normal shit you buying drinks, you know?
That's not. I don't really care about Cuba or Omar. All those gigs.
Damn.
Just like whatever.
Show me the money.
God dang.
Did any of you guys are still? Or I know Kronos is watching Raising Dion. Is anybody else?
Tell us about it.
I'm not done with it yet, though. But.
Okay. Yeah, I'm only on like episode 4.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good.
I hate it.
You hate it?
I like it.
Bad acting. That little kid just irritates the fuck out of me. I'm sorry. I know it's a kid actor.
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's hard to watch.
I'm giving some grace for that.
The mom is a hot red bone. Like,
rewind just a little bit. What is it a drama? What are we talking about here?
Is a
comedy?
It's a family drama about a single superhero show. Single black mom who is the widow of
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. was raising this her son. I
think
forget
9
how
or
old.
something.
Yeah, he's in elementary school and everything, and he starts to develop powers. I'm still early on, so I don't know what his full power set is, but he does have some teleportation, telekinesis, and I'm trying to think what else he can do.
Well,
This isn't Marvel, Image, or DC.
No, it's on Netflix.
No.
Yeah, it's just like their own thing.
Yeah. So he's, he's just like elementary school kid, developing powers. He's still trying to figure out what happened with his dad because his dad mysteriously disappeared. So there's a mystery going on with that aspect. And
What episode are you on?
3 or 4?
Okay, yeah.
They just got done with the lake and he teleported into the street and everything. So he's still trying to figure out, I guess, what's going on.
That scene was pretty cool though. Like when he's like in his room, then all of a sudden he's on the streets. Like wow, that transition was fucking smooth as hell.
So I don't know where they're going with this. If there's supposed to be some sort, if it's just supposed to be the challenging of raising this superhero as a kid, as a single parent, or if there's going to be some sort of villain arch nemesis thing going on.
There is.
I'm pretty sure
I'm still early.
Lightning giant or something like that. After him.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. His nemesis is whatever local police department, and he's gonna get shot in the end.
Basically,
we going to get on that a little bit later, I guess.
neighborhood bully and shit.
So it's interesting.
But it's good so far.
I like it. Yeah.
And
Kamek loves it.
you said it's family friendly, so obviously nothing like The Boys.
Yeah,
or anything.
No.
No.
I think it's like PG. I think it might be just PG.
Yeah.
Not really any. Well, there's fighting and stuff, but not really.
Okay.
But yeah, just the acting. I just can't get through it.
But the mom is hot. Just,
Yeah.
Show me this mama. I need to see this red bone. Wait a minute.
Damn.
You know I got my thing.
Her and like
Let's see it.
the Godfather guy, like I can't stand his acting either. It's kind of like there's a scene where like the mom is talking to her friend, telling her how her son has powers and like that, and her friend's like calling her like crazy or some shit.
Hold up.
Yeah. She's
Wait a minute. Oh, wow. I wasn't ready.
We told you.
I wasn't ready. Look at that hair, lips, eyes.
her name is Alicia Wainwright.
Yes.
Yeah, my Wayne is right.
Yeah, we need to have you on the show.
Well, not now. Jesus Christ. It's gonna be all creeped out.
Yeah, I'll be respectful.
Oh my god.
All right, so this is decent. It's like 10, 12 episodes. You guys are working your way through.
Yeah. It's enjoyable. I was watching it when I was stuck in the airport, so it was nice.
Good shit.
Holy shit.
What's going on with your Infinite Crisis?
Oh man.
You leading up to it,
dude, what?
Run, Barry, run.
DC is doing their universe right on through the TV series because goddamn the
Arrowverse.
well, not just like the news that comes out about the Crisis on Infinite Earth just keeps getting longer and longer. Like
It's crazier and
can't keep up,
crazier.
man.
yeah, they got Tom Wellington coming back to play Superman. They have the Lois Lane from Smallville. It was just announced that the guy from Lucifer.
Wait. Old girl Lois Lane, the bad one from back in the day?
From Smallville. The one from Smallville. She's gonna be on there
With the right color hair, the brunette.
Oh, this motherfucker.
We got we've heard rumors that the guy from Lucifer, because Lucifer is a DC Comics, he's gonna be in Crisis. We got Black Lightning's gonna be on there.
Yeah.
We
Wait,
just
Netflix own them now. He's still crossing over?
No,
Still
it's
crossing
not.
over.
Wait, oh, you mean Lucifer? Yeah, he's
Netflix
crossing
owns
over.
Lucifer.
Yeah, Lucifer.
Yeah. The latest one is that DC's Titans is supposed to like cross over.
Oh, shit.
And then like the girl who was in the original Birds of Prey, she's
Yes,
coming. She's
Ashley
gonna be on there.
Scott. Ashley Scott tweeted out that this is happening. She showed her old school because she was Huntress originally, so she's coming in. I was like, holy shit.
Wait, but that's different from the Birds of Prey movie.
Yes, there's because there was a TV series in like
Back in the day.
2002.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
That's back around the same time as like Dark
Angel.
Dark Angel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
So
Okay.
she's coming back to reprising her role. I don't know about DC's Titans, but that just came out like a day or two.
I didn't even realize Huntress was a back then. I didn't realize she was DC.
Really?
I don't know why, but anyway.
You didn't know she's Batman? Well, one of the versions she's Batman's daughter. So this version she's Batman's daughter. They're saying that They're going to include the lovingly referred to as the 89 Batman.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Robin on there.
They ain't got Michael Keaton. There ain't no fucking way Michael Keaton shows up on CW.
There's been Easter eggs. So like, there's a scene where on the poster it shows like it shows Michael Keaton's version of Batman. Or not? It doesn't show Batman. It shows him. And it talks about how billionaire Bruce Wayne is marrying radio show such and such, which is Vicky Vale.
So it's a newspaper showing Michael Keaton marrying Catwoman. Like, it shows him in a suit.
Oh, yeah, it's Catwoman, yeah.
So I don't know.
Vicky Vale.
So people were saying that might be fake. Other people saying this is from the production. We will see in like a month and a half. But
Michael Keaton ain't gonna be on CW. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No, he doesn't show up. There's just a picture of him.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
they make reference to it.
But it confirms that they're
They paid $5
including
million
that.
for that picture.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton, like, all right, if y'all pay me enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's my likeness. But
what else is there? There's a couple more like crazy shit that they're talking about.
they're bringing everybody in the show. Like you were talking about, like Robin from the 1966 Batman is going to be in there.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
that
they're
old
bringing
fucker's
him in
still
there.
alive?
Yeah.
They are bringing him in there.
Oh, there's pictures of the Smallville's Green Arrow on set.
Oh yeah, he's coming back too.
Yeah, because like in last season, when they were doing the crossover, they showed him as dead. They showed someone in the costume from Smallville that he was dead. But apparently they're going to bring him here for a second, bring him in for a second. This is going to be huge.
Yes,
it's going to be
it is.
huge.
When is this happening? When is this happening?
December
14th or something like that.
Shit like that.
Because that's the day Barry's supposed to disappear.
Yeah.
But like so far the shows are leading up to it. Like they didn't just say like, oh, Infinite Crisis is just going to be an event that happens. They're building up to it. Like
Since last season.
Well, no, but this time they're like actually like really talking about it and like shit starting to happen that's going to lead to Infinite Crisis. Like
Black holes.
you can talk
black
about.
holes shoring.
Did you watch Arrow?
Oh, I did.
Oh shit! Arrow starts with Ollie waking up on another Earth,
Shit.
where instead of him, like apparently they hinted that the Batman was on Lian-Yu with him because his mask is on a post.
That's that island, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the island he was trapped on. But it on the post with an arrow through it is Batman's mask instead of Deathstroke, and so they had that. They even talk about Batman when he like disappeared and shit. I was like, holy shit!
Dude, that's breaking the rules for CW. You remember before they were like, we never mentioned the Trinity at all.
It's it is exactly like I said. Once Gotham went off the air, Batman was fair game for CW.
Same thing with the movies too, because the movies weren't that great. Because they brought in Superman once, like the Man of Steel didn't do too well.
Yeah.
They brought in Superman from Supergirl.
You know what? You're actually right about that.
But on the Flash, they had a scene where Barry runs to the future. He tries to run to the future, but he's blocked from going there because of negative. What is it called?
The antimatter stuff?
Antimatter, yeah, it's antimatter blocking him from going to the future. But he like somehow senses cockiness.
Hey, since it's cock, goddamn.
Hey man, you gotta stick in the black hole. No, he senses consciousness to the future with the help of another Flash. Yeah,
Consciousness.
but while he's there, he says that he saw like billions of Earths being destroyed by antimatter, and like he got to see like billions on top of billions of people getting murdered. And one of the people he sees is Iris and the rest of his crew getting killed.
And then today, Entertainment Weekly released a picture of the Anti-Monitor. He actually is cool as fuck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you haven't seen
Show me
it?
what this motherfucker
So
looks
he's
like.
played by the same. So the Anti-Monitor and the Monitor are played by the same actor.
the
But the
black dude?
Anti-Monitor, yeah, the black dude.
Okay.
His name is LaMonica Garrett. Who names your son LaMonica? I'm just.
Well, this dude.
Yeah, but
This dude's mama.
yeah, but he looks pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
He looks like a White Walker.
I was gonna say that's a White Walker.
Yeah, he looks like a White Walker, but
well, it's kind of cool with
he's cool in a suit.
I was gonna say with the Flash, his villain is the guy from Murderer.
Godspeed's been on there.
No,
already.
it's the guy from Heroes, the Indian guy from Heroes.
Mohinder.
Yeah, Mohinder. Yeah, he's on there. And that guy, I like the
great.
way he talks.
He was so
Yeah,
good.
It's so like graceful and shit, and it's like fucking cool. But
Especially when you talk science, you're like, oh shit, I'd take a class with you.
yeah, exactly. If he was my teacher, man, I probably would have learned something. Just 'cause he sounds so fucking cool.
Dope shit.
Yeah, there's a picture of the Anti-Monitor. Oh, it's not the full. They have him in full costume as well, but
Well, the only ones I can find in the full costumes are like I think it's not him with his face all fucked up.
oh, the ones that I saw earlier today shows just. Oh, hold on. It might be exclusive to their site. I can
Okay.
send you.
I mean,
But yeah,
sorry,
but-
Google can get everything, right?
except if you're in China.
Super excited about this though, but December 14th, I think, is when it all goes down.
They're leading towards something special. You can feel it with the exception of your Batwoman.
I know. I was gonna say one thing I know that is especially Batwoman.
Boy.
Holy shit, this show.
You should go on that because I've been seeing you been mad.
It's hard, man. It's fucking hard to watch the show. Like cause like Arrow season, like first episode of Arrow dropped this week. And just watching the fight scenes and that, and then seeing like what happens in Batgirl, it's like, dude, you guys have like the budget and the technology to do it in Arrow. Like, come on, you gotta do it with Batgirl, but Batwoman, sorry. But man, it's fucking hard to watch that show.
Folks
I
like it. Folks are not even like CW fans go hard in general for their shows.
People gonna be mad. They're gonna be like, they sexist if you don't watch this show. But listen, I keep saying it. If women watch it, they get good ratings. there's in America, it's pretty much 50 male females. So if a show doesn't do well, don't blame it on just men. Like chicks can watch it. Nobody's stopping them.
No, yeah, I mean, it's a little. It's just. I think it's the pacing of the show.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right. It feels rushed. And I'm just like, dude, y'all don't need to rush this. Like Arrow doesn't really rush.
No.
They're trying too
Some
hard.
of them do, but
they're trying too hard to make her Batman. Like they're like, even like the way she's brooding and like the way she's like carrying herself, she's trying to be like fucking like, but not like she's not like when Batman is Bruce Wayne, he's suave as fuck. He's a ladies' man. He's a charmer. He gets things done. He's also an asshole because he's a millionaire. He's got to play that playboy lifestyle. But with her, she's just fucking brooding the whole fucking time. It's like, calm the fuck down.
Can I ask a basic ass question?
Yeah.
So I know she's Bruce's cousin.
Yeah.
What is her driving motivation for wanting to rid Gotham of crime?
So two reasons: her dad and her ex-girlfriend that's now married.
But no, it's not even that. Her dad is
and her sister.
Her dad runs this corporation that does security for Gotham, and she wants to be part of it, but he won't let her. But the whole reason why she even donned on the suit is because she fucking finds it. At the same time, her ex-girlfriend goes missing. So she decides to. It's almost like Terry McGinnis in Batman Beyond, where he finds a suit, goes try to fight crime and stuff like that. It just isn't as cool.
Friend.
Yeah.
She's a lesbian.
But I'm saying, why? It'd be one thing if it was like, yeah, my girlfriend's missing, but it's your ex.
It's the ex-girlfriend who's actually married to a guy now, because she doesn't. Because it's when they were going to boot camp or some shit together, and they got caught making out or some shit like that.
So she dumped him.
They had to sign a contract saying like, oh, you know, we're not lesbians.
So what's she thinking? Is she gonna find her? They're gonna fall in love?
No. She was in danger. She just came back.
There's a scene where they like
over, it's done.
Again.
So she's being a stalker.
Basically,
yeah.
Superman did that in Superman Return. He's fucking stalking Lois Lane, looking at fucking walls and shit.
Hold on, you're missing part of it. Her sister went missing when she was young, and she's presumed dead. And she found out. She believes that the new villain in Gotham,
AKA Joker.
Yeah.
No.
Well, her name's Alice.
No, I guess she's more.
Joker's not tied with this. Remember.
Yeah, Joker's not.
They gotta call him a giggler.
It's the fucking Joker because she's like
she's more like
she's not telling jokes or anything.
She's more like that. She's more like Alice Tetch. That's what she acts like to me.
I get more of the impression that she's like kind of the Riddler. No, she's not Riddler.
The giggler.
Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
Mad Hatter.
She's more
what
like.
What does she look like? Can I see what her?
She's a blonde chick. She used to be on Birds of Prey back in 2000. Now
she
she's
looks
back.
like fucking Harley Quinn with no color to her hair. She carries around a fucking one of those knives.
She carries a knife. But that's why the whole reason why she's staying in Gotham, because she believes that her sister's alive and she's like the new villain. There's Alice there.
Oh, on the far right?
In the middle.
That's her in makeup in the bottom left.
Oh yeah, that's her in the
character.
bottom left. That's what Alice looks like.
Oh, okay. She got a little Mad Hatter look to her.
Exactly. She looks like the Alice and Mad Hatter like duo. Even though Mad Hatter is the one who does most of the stuff, but
Ho's mad. All right. But yeah, a lot of people. Hardcore folks are trying to defend it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm just sticking with it for Crisis because I know Crisis is going to be on this.
But they're not even hinting at Crisis in that show.
Neither is Supergirl. But
they're having a crisis.
Yeah.
So are you bailing already?
Nah, I'm gonna wait till Crisis. I'm gonna
wait
try to see.
I'm watching till Crisis. I'm watching till Crisis.
I'm waiting to find out what happened to Batman. Because he's been missing for 3 years. I need to find out what's going on with Batman.
Yeah, we'll see. Speaking of Hose Mad and Blue's favorite hero, we have a new Catwoman in town. So we have Zoe Kravitz being casted in the Batman. Apparently, the Oathbreaker is not too happy about this.
Oh boy, here we go.
So here's my thing with this one. I don't necessarily, and I could be wrong, but I don't necessarily believe in her acting ability physically to really body this role. Now I've already said, we've talked about it many times on the cast. Catwoman is one of those characters that in the 60s was a black woman, Eartha Kitt, you know, went to Michelle Pfeiffer and then went to Halle Berry and then Anne Hathaway and whatnot. So
you can skip Halle Berry.
we're trying to skip. We're trying to forget that, but it's flipped over. So nothing to do with the race changing of the character or whatever, because that's happened literally a couple times over the last 40 years or whatever. But I haven't seen her do like physical, athletic.
Did you not see Michelle Pfeiffer? When's the last physical anything you saw her do?
Oh man, she was beating up thugs in Dangerous Minds. That's what it was. Beating them up.
Dangerous Minds was out after that, right?
Yeah, was it?
She had timelines.
Oh, wait. Hold on. When did Batman Returns come back?
80.
No, that was 89 for the first Batman.
91, 92?
Yeah, 91.
And then one Dangerous Minds like 90.
After that,
Coolio got on the scene in like
that was
93.
that was when we were like juniors or seniors in high school, man.
Damn, did I fuck up my years?
Yeah.
It's still early 90s.
Anyway, still, I mean, first of all, did you not see X-Men First Class?
Yeah, of course.
She's in that.
She plays the little
the winged thing.
She didn't do anything. I remember her fighting.
She looked fine.
And then
she's good look. She's bad. She's bad as
the
fuck.
last Catwoman again? The one
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I hated Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway was a shit Catwoman.
Actually, I thought,
I
for me, I like Catwoman more than I like Talia al Ghul in Dark Knight Rises. I was super upset with Talia.
Let me drop the best one. Keanu Reeves didn't do shit before The Matrix, physical-wise.
No, Speed, goddammit.
He wasn't doing kung fu and shit. He was shooting guns.
Point Break.
He wasn't doing kung fu and fucking.
He was surfing. He put on president's mask and was robbing people.
He wasn't fucking dodging bullets and shit.
I mean, these were physical action movies.
They were action movies, but they weren't doing like kick-ass action.
Yeah, I mean, she's done some big. So she's in the Allegiant series or the Divergent series, which is pretty action heavy with them running and shit.
She's in Divergent. Okay.
Not demographic. So
I have not seen the Fantastic Beasts like Harry Potter prequels.
Oh, she's in that?
She's in the two that are out. She's in both of them.
Okay.
So
I mean,
she's in Mad Max Fury Road. Fuck.
Yeah, but she doesn't do shit physical.
She was fighting off fucking war boys getting on the rig. What are you talking about? She was there. All of the girls fought dudes, war boys jumping on the rig, talking about witness me. She's like, witness this, bitch.
But did she play a guitar though?
What the
fire?
But listen, I mean, seriously, like Hollywood has like this whole division now. They can make people a badass. Like when the people that made John Wick, like the routine they had to go through with both Keanu Reeves and Halle Berry's, they went through this badass whole training regime. Through like it was both they had to learn some martial arts that look good on TV and learn how to shoot like serious 3-gun shit.
Yeah,
you could put fucking anybody and do that as long as they put in the time.
Yeah,
anybody can do that.
I hope she does.
I think she will, especially in this day and age, especially with the way that DC has been kind of on the outs with like a lot of the shit. Besides their TV shows, their movies have been lackluster, except for I guess now the Joker. Obviously, I give him accolades and Aquaman. But other than that, and sort of Shazam. But other than that, like their main movies have gone to shit. And when they come back with Batman, they need to fucking come back hard as fuck.
They do.
And so I think that they should do well. If they don't, I mean, I'll shit on them if they do terribly. Yeah. But I don't think she'll be terrible.
Well, I don't think that. For this Batman movie, it's not going to be that much. Well, apparently it's going to be about him mainly being a good detective. So finally, probably won't see that much like fighting and stuff like that.
I saw an article today that Jonah Hill's out.
Yeah, I saw that he stepped away. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, IGN reported that he stepped out.
Well, he's going to be the Penguin, right? Or is that what everybody?
It wasn't confirmed.
He didn't want to gain weight again. He was just like, fuck it.
Well, he could be a
go to suit.
No, fuck that. You gotta go full Christian Bale with that.
Hey, Jonah Hill was like, Marvel gave Chris Hemsworth a fat suit. I want fat suit. Then no, you can put this away. He's like, no, fuck y'all.
You know,
He's a fucking cheeseburger.
I could have seen him as Bad Hatter.
Oh yeah, he could be bad.
You know who would have been perfect back in the day as Catwoman is obviously Trinity from Matrix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I was, you know.
I hope they have hooker Catwoman in this.
I don't know how she looks better today than she did back then.
Yeah,
She got some hips.
Yeah, she
Them
got
hips are bad.
Yeah, she got thicker. Like watching her and Jessica Jones, I'm like, damn, Carrie Ann Moss is extra thick.
She can burn all the babies.
Yeah. Oh my
And
goodness.
she has that look like, you know what I used to do.
Yeah. And she's like, you say something, I'm gonna cut you. I'm like, oh shit.
She must have been drinking that same water that Esther was drinking, and
Oh man.
That's good.
yeah, because she went from slim to thick.
Well, she went from like damn near anorexic to thickums.
God damn.
All right. So
Perfect thickums.
we'll see about her. You know, there's nothing in costume yet with her. There's no
Or
trailers.
anybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we actually have. It's not even coming out in 2020. That's a 2021.
2021.
So we got a fucking long ass time.
That's all good. There's plenty of shit coming out.
Yeah.
I'm still got my back against the fence about Homeboy playing Batman though.
Patterson, sparkly Batman.
I tried watching like one of his movies and it was fucking hard.
Well,
Like, somebody said like, oh, you should watch this one. This was like his best drama role or whatever. Like this is him as Batman. I'm like, I watched it like, this is fucking bullshit.
Was that the Cronenberg movie where he's in the car being driven around and shit? It's all weird.
No, it's the one where he like dyes his hair green. He has like a brother who's like stupid or not stupid. He's like special need or something like that.
Oh my god.
They like try to rob. No, it's know your Twitter hate. Yeah. It's blue.
Stupid ass.
No, I meant to say like.
Stupid ass retarded brother.
You better pull on. You better transition. Simple Jack looking motherfucker.
Oh shit.
You never go full fucking retarded.
Oh god, you better cut his mic quick.
Hey, cut the commercial. Cut the commercial.
This podcast was brought to you by
We need like the old Indian chief screen. It's like that.
yeah, that Fallout like black screen.
Fucking Black Hulk show.
Loading. Season 2 coming. So we'll fucking see. Now you saw Joker. Tell her what you fucking thought.
Oh, geez.
I saw Joker. First of all, the first time I saw the trailer, I thought this was gonna be a bullshit movie. I saw the movie. I really enjoyed it. You can't go watching this movie thinking it's gonna be a fucking comic book movie. It's not. I mean, they hint like this. It has the theme of Joker and all the different shit, but this is about like a guy who lives in like the real world, having like bad shit fucking happen to him, and to the point where he fucking snaps. And it's funny because he actually doesn't kill that many people. Like you think there's gonna be like a giant massacre. He's gonna like just start murdering like hella fools and this and that. He only kills like a handful of people in the fucking movie. Even it's a little fucking midget getaway, but it's so fucking funny. But it's great because like the movie's not about like mass murdering and stuff like that. It's about like mental illness. Like you have this guy who has mental problems, and there's no fucking like kind of care for it. And when he does have care, like it isn't the best care. Like they're not really trying to help him. They're just kind of there to listen to him and this and that. And eventually he just fucking gives up on shit. But when that last week when you talked about how Joker keep that thing on him, I fucking forgot, dude.
That motherfucking thing on him.
I seriously fucking forgot. I was like, oh, dude. Like, and it's funny because like he doesn't kill people because like it's fun. He's like, a lot of the time he's like fucking protecting himself, or there's some shit that happened. He just fucking basically getting payback basically. But once again, it's basically about mental health, and it's shit that happens now like in schools and shit like that with like with a lot of the mass shootings and stuff like that. The kids are usually being like picked on or something, and they like take it out on everybody. Except the Joker didn't really do that till kind of toward the end. But I don't know. I thought it was a really good movie. It was really well acted. You know, there's some like mental twist fucks within the movie because like you think one thing's happening, it turns out it's not. But it was a little bit obvious that it wasn't. But like having like the Joker has like a condition for him to laugh, and like it makes sense why the Joker's like always fun laughing. Like he's not just laughing because like the shit's funny to him. He's laughing because of his fucking condition.
So,
but it plays into like the Joker in the comics too, because he's always like laughing and shit.
Yeah, I had an issue with that because they changed his laugh to be a medical condition versus his laugh being a maniacal answer to what he does. He wasn't laughing maniacally because of the things that he set forth. It's because he was his body and his mind reacted to stimuli that gave him this trigger.
One distinction though, Ninja, though. This is Arthur Fleck with that condition. Towards the very end, you see the becoming of Joker. You're used to, and we're all used to, seeing him already established as Joker. We don't really get to see that until the very, very end, which could be the traditional Joker sense of the laughing and whatnot, regardless of the origin. So you've never seen that part.
So you're trying to say his medical condition just goes away at the end of this?
No, I'm not saying it goes away. I'm saying that his mental illness has evolved even more so. You know?
What you see at the end is obviously the genesis of something, but where he ends up is where he basically kind of started out, even though you don't really see it, because in the beginning of the movie he's already out from where he was, and someone threatens him, do you want to go back?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he was on our.
And when we get to the end, he's back where he was.
Yeah, that's how he got that motherfucking thing.
But obviously, he is a different person going back in. But I'm not saying that cured him. No. His condition is still kind of there.
No.
So I mean, he's still gonna have that condition, especially the way it reacted when huge events happen in his life.
Yeah.
And less meds. But go ahead.
What one thing I was gonna say, this is not. I don't know, do you guys plan on seeing the movie?
I ain't watching.
Nope.
So first of all, this is the best.
Coach didn't answer.
He said no.
I don't give a shit. I didn't say anything. But
So this is the best fucking the best story of how Batman becomes Batman, basically. Because the lead up, all of this shit leads up to. It's a really good. Batman should start right after this. They should make a Batman movie right after this because they fucking nailed it fucking perfectly. Like it all leads up to Bruce Wayne's parents getting fucking murdered.
Even though you've seen that so many times.
It was so smooth how they fucking trends into it. Like you have all this shit going down. You all of a sudden I knew right when they showed the Zorro sign. I'm like, oh fuck,
here it is.
This is how it's gonna go down. But the reason why it goes down isn't because there was some guy out on his luck. It's because of what the Joker did. Basically, he created something that started to snowball, and then with the whole Wayne family and them being fucking assholes and shit like that, really caused it to really fucking pop off. It's kind of crazy.
Thomas Wayne was not what I was expecting. He was fucking dick. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he was
a jerk.
But then again, he's got fucking money. He's got all these fucking crazy people. But
I'm sorry, just to interject one quick thing. Gotham is different too. Everybody keeps harping on Thomas Wayne. This is a very different fucking Gotham City.
Yeah, that's true.
And what's going on in Gotham City, from the poverty to the lack of funds to just how the people of Gotham are feeling, is different. Even though it's always been dark, it's always been gritty, it's always been crime ridden. This was a different Gotham.
And you can see it go down too, because in the beginning it's oh, it's just an average city, but then shit just starts getting worse and worse as time goes on.
My understanding is that Gotham is supposed to, hint, hint, wink, wink, supposed to be New York, right?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it.
Okay.
It looks like a shitty version.
Well, New York wasn't fucking all New York in the 80s was a shithole.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I mean, you had trash fucking pop. My grandparents lived in the Bronx or whatever. I remember my first trip to New York in the Bronx was a disgusting fucking. The stairs were covered in trash.
That's
the
where
elevator
the Joker
smelled like piss.
That's where the Joker stairs are. In the Bronx.
I'm confused. Why are we? I mean, that's how it was.
Yeah.
In the 80s. So why are people saying something about how this is a new side of New York?
It's not
it's
New York,
historic.
it's
I mean, whatever. Gotham, New York / that's how it was. That's just factually.
But if you look at Gotham,
kind of correct,
if you look at Gotham in the Christopher Nolan's movie, Gotham isn't that bad.
It's because it was in the future.
It was in the 80s.
Yeah, it wasn't the 80s.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this is a jump back to where times were fucking hard and shit that versus what we're normally seeing on the screen for Gotham.
This looks like
Even in the TV series.
Gotham looks like Detroit when like the motor business like fucking stalled.
Yeah.
Still today?
Yeah, that too.
8 Mile Detroit.
Yeah, I mean Gotham is, like I said, Gotham is a shithole. That's the way I started out my like non-spoiler review. It's a fucking shithole, and everyone there is like depressed and upset.
But that's what's so great about Batman as a character is that the city actually adds more to that character. Like, you think of Metropolis, you're like, oh, whatever, it's fucking Metropolis. It's nice and clean. They got, like, Superman and shit like that. Like, I can't think of other comics. There probably are some, but I can't think of it now where the city is part of the fucking storyline of that character.
As closely as Batman is.
Yeah.
That's why, if you've ever seen, like, World Star Hip Hop's, like, little comedy, like, their animation dubs, there's a scene where, they dub Superman and Batman cursing at each other, and like Batman threatens to kill Superman on Gotham. He's like, on Gotham, I'll kill your ass. It's fucking hilarious. And then
that's pretty good.
Superman's like, fuck Gotham and fuck you. And I was like, damn. It's so good.
Now, I mean, he's in the hood. He's in like Spanish Harlem and shit the whole fucking time. So what was your overall? You give it? What do you want to give it a rating? You want to process it?
I'm actually gonna give it an 8.9.
Wow. Just shy of a 9.
Just a little shy of the 9. I mean, there's little things I didn't like too much, like, you know, one thing so this is fucking weird. It's like I've never been into like cigarettes or stuff like that, but it was hard to watch this movie with him smoking so fucking much. Like, I couldn't, like, whenever he was smoking, I couldn't fucking breathe, dude. It was like, it was fucking triggering me or some shit.
Close-ups too.
Yeah, and it's like, dude.
Did you notice his fucking teeth? I thought those were prosthetics the entire fucking time. Those are his actual teeth.
God damn.
Like, you a millionaire, dude.
Yeah,
you can get these shits fixed.
Yeah, he's got like, he's missing teeth in the back and shit like that.
Double teeth.
Yeah, that's right. He's missing molars. That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, so I give it an 8.9. Some of the things I didn't like is it kind of was it was a little bit on the slow pace side. Like, you know, shit didn't go down until like later on, but like the story that built up into that made sense. But it's like, man, I want to see him motherfucking killed or some shit right by now. But when it fucking happened, didn't fucking expect it.
It looked normal. What are you talking about?
Nah, when you see
just like in the movie, I guess it was different or something. I don't know.
No, they did close-ups on his teeth quite a bit.
Yeah,
and I saw something online saying that those were his real. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a little.
That's so weird, cause like
maybe he got them fixed afterwards.
No, that looks like
this is before.
It's like when he was younger or some shit.
That's fucking weird as shit.
Maybe he had an accident. He was playing hockey.
Maybe he does have like
veneers.
Maybe he does have like fake veneers or fake teeth, and he took him out for the film.
Yeah.
That's like the guy from
you don't really take out veneers
or whatever kind of
surgically remove them.
I know that Jim Carrey has a chipped tooth and he has like a little thing in it. Yeah, he took his out for.
Well, Jamie Foxx has veneers too.
That's fucking me up now.
Yeah, see, like those are his teeth in the movie.
Yeah, but like if you go to like now, like when he's skinny, there's like photos of him with better teeth.
Maybe they're photos.
When the fuck is that?
Well, he is missing the one in the back.
Yeah. I don't know. I went to the dentist that day. Who the fuck knows?
I did love that, what's her name was in there? What girl from Deadpool?
Zazie Beetz. Yeah, Domino.
Woo!
She's in it for like 5 minutes.
Oh, man.
She's in it for a minute.
Let's switch gears a little bit. I'll talk about Joker for a while.
All right, let's do this.
Did y'all watch Big Mouth? Please tell me you did.
Yes. Did I finish it?
Jesus Christ.
I'm on the episode after the Florida one.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you got one coming up with superheroes, man.
I'm on now. I just finished that one.
Fucking funny.
Oh my god.
The one with this guy's a cum bender.
Yeah. The magic dude.
They all get superpowers, and they all get like these crazy superpowers.
Yeah.
And the Mexican kids, he's the cum bender. He can like bend cum like a fucking waterbender.
Oh shit.
It's so fucking funny, man.
And there's a scene where he's like, he was trying to get his family like, I guess, back together, so he had to like summon up all the cum he could and use him as it's almost like Green Lantern, like doing like what does that do with his ring? Fuck, what is it called?
Constructs.
Yeah, he does construct with cum, so he's making like vacuum cleaners and like mops and shit to clean up the house. It was so fucking gross.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then like the little black girl is like Storm. she gets so mad at the end, dude. It's just like it's a hilarious episode.
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah, but the Florida one though, that should have me fucking damn near.
Florida one was good.
Yeah,
so good. I was like, there's so much slander. They're just dragging Florida all through the dirt. Yeah, so good. I'm all for Florida slander.
Dude, there's a follow-up too because like he texts his cousin.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, where he does the dick pics or whatever. Yeah,
and his dad's like, oh, there's so much mushrooms on my TV. What's these little pink mushrooms?
Got uploaded to the cloud and shit.
Oh my god,
that was fucking hilarious.
My intro for today was gonna be, I was gonna say he really fucked that turkey. Because the first episode, I love how they break the fourth wall too. Like, oh yeah, he's gonna fuck that turkey by the end of this episode, and then he ends up fucking turkey by the end of the episode.
The first episode threw me off because I'm not a big musical fan thing or whatever, and then it got back on track. I was like, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, Ali Wong was in it. You know that?
Oh yeah, she
was the pansexual.
Okay.
I like how they explained that because when she explained, I was like, oh okay, I get it. You just want to fuck everything.
People got mad though about that shit. They're saying, oh, what's wrong? The pan. I'm like, nobody gives a fuck. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Didn't she say that pansexuals like some of everything?
Yeah, but I guess people that were pan or the alphabet people got mad.
Yeah.
So it's like, who gives a fuck?
But her character on there looks like her.
Yeah. It's just a different like hormone monster. She's all edgy and shit looking.
Yeah. Well, the black girl, she's got a new hormone monster too.
Yeah.
So who's that character that's playing her? Because it sounds familiar. I can't think of who it is.
I don't know, but there's a lot of famous voices in that show. Yeah.
Well, it's always so fucking weird that Jordan Peele is the voice of the one kid, the Jewish kid. Oh wait, no. No. So when the opening credits shows, they show the Jewish kid and they show Jordan Peele's name next to him, but I don't think he's Jordan Peele. I think he's
another Jordan
the
Peele.
Singer guy, the ghost that's in the attic. Oh, like, that's who he really is.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But that always throws me off. I'm like, oh, Jordan Peele's that character. But then I remember last year we talked about that, and he plays the ghost guy.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
he's the ghost guy.
Yeah.
Who is the Andrew? Oh, John. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he kind of looks like him.
Yeah, he's got that head.
Yeah, so does Nick Kroll with his tall ass forehead.
Nick Kroll's hilarious.
Yeah. He's funny. But yeah, I mean, this season's been pretty good.
Oh shit, Kat Dennings is in this show?
Yeah, basically as herself.
I miss her. That's what I missed from the first couple Thor movies. You know, she wasn't in Ragnarok.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah,
it was great. I loved her.
I bet they're going to bring her back.
Yeah.
In the next
I hope they do.
They probably could if they come back to Earth. Big Mouth has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yes. Holy shit.
What's funny, I was watching it with the sweetness, and she was like, she actually sat there and watched the whole episode. She thought, what the fuck are you watching? Because I think it was the one they were, it was the one where the girl was like learning how to masturbate.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And she like ran into the brother and stuff like that, and she was like, oh, and they're like going down a water slide.
Yeah.
Shit's fucking funny.
Alright. Well, there's no new anime that came out, right? Except for there was one called like The Assassin's Promise or something like that I just started watching.
Well, so
kind of odd.
I thought I saw some people talking about My Hero.
My Hero came back. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Did it come back with like a recap episode though?
No, it was a real episode.
Okay.
Yeah, it was basically. It was like this reporter guy trying to figure out who All Might was talking about when he said like you're next.
Oh.
So there was like a thing where he had a theory. It was like, I'm pretty sure it was a hero, like a kid that he's talking to, not like saying you're next to a villain. And so he's trying to figure out like who the kid is. So it's gotta watch the episode. It's not the greatest start, but hopefully it'll progress.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting, what, at least 13 or 26 more episodes or something like that for this season?
Something like that, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to all of them. I know Sword Art Online, a new...
another one?
Yeah, a new show came out. So, I'm going to watch that probably this weekend.
Damn, how the
fuck that. No. When are you going to watch Carol and Tuesday, goddammit?
Oh,
you were the one talking about Shinjiro Watanabe for like 4 or 5 fucking years on this show.
He's the best.
God damn it.
But no, I'll watch that one. It's weird because that one doesn't show up when I pull up Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, so it's weird.
Just search for it. Put it in your list.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, that one, and then... I mean, I really like Machiko and Ajin too, but this one is solid. I want to get your reviews on it.
And then of course there's Mr. Robot, which I don't know. Are you guys watching it?
Man,
I only watched the first one. We'll go on
episodes. I only watched the first one, and goddamn, BD Wong is fucking got everybody goddamn shook.
Well, you said you only watched the first one?
I only watched the first episode so far of this season.
This one is basically them doing some deep fakes. Like the very beginning, you watch the very beginning. Whereas like they basically put B.D. Wong's character into all of his human history.
Yeah, he's standing next to like Obama and everything.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And Putin and fucking Kim Jong-un and all these people.
But is he in a dress or is he in a suit?
He's in a suit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So he's like as a normal like dude.
Talk on it.
And he's basically saying how this guy is like he orchestrated basically everything that happened, and like the internet is his social experiment to get people to basically give up their lives to him as like an experiment. And they haven't talked about, they're alluding to the thing that he's building.
Yeah.
But they haven't said like what the fuck it is yet. But that's like part of the whole thing.
He's like Lex Luthor in this show.
Basically.
In a dress.
Basically.
You know what's crazy is that, so this is season 4, so all the previous seasons they used like what are the leak codes and stuff like that, instead of an E, instead of an E, they use a 3 and stuff like that. But for this one, since it's the 4th season, a lot of the episodes are named after error codes. So like 401 is like a 4-bit error, 402 is something, but then like 404 is like network down or something like that. But the episodes are named now, which is fucking kind of cool.
I love that.
It's so fucking clever what they do with this goddamn show.
Yeah, the show's so fucking good. Like,
Do you know how many episodes are in this season?
I think it's only 10.
Okay.
That's good enough. That'll get us almost to like Christmas time, you know?
Yeah.
Right until the Infinite Crisis.
all good so far, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, my FBI chick, I love that chick. She's good.
She playing with fire though. She might get fucked up by a fucking fat ass taxidermist.
Oh man,
that shit last episode where the girl came over, they're all having dinner with her mom, shit like that, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry about my mom. She's like, oh, don't worry, I know your mom's trying to hook us up, whatever like that. And she's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, don't forget about your day tomorrow. She's like, wait, what? She's like, you got something special today, I don't want to have to come back here and slit your mama's throat or some shit like that. So this chick was working for B.D. Wong, and she was spying on the FBI chick and was gonna fucking kill her.
Yeah.
Help me remember from previous seasons.
I had to watch
Darlene
a recap. I had to watch a recap to
Didn't she and Darlene have some flirting going on?
Darlene infiltrated her. She used her.
They were fucking for a minute.
They were fucking?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
Darlene had a one-night stand with her just to steal a key.
That's right. Okay.
Try to.
Yeah.
Oh, she did try it.
Yeah, my
she
girl
got
was
caught.
like, nope.
Yeah, she got caught.
Not today. What are you doing?
I'm a light sleeper.
Well, in this one, they brought up a character from maybe 2 seasons ago.
Okay.
With Darlene. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until she talked about it.
Yeah,
I was just like, what?
I had to pause and remember going back to that to what was going on with that.
The funny thing is, it's in the preview of the episode. When they talk.
True.
Yeah, I'm just like, fuck, I should have saw that coming.
I feel like this show needs to be rewatched from the beginning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit in there.
I think I might do that once it's over. Just watch it all the way from the beginning again and marathon it.
Yeah.
Because there's a person at the end of the second one, I was scratching my head trying to fucking figure out who she and the kid was.
Oh, that's him and his mom.
That's not like I'm going back in time?
It's like him.
So think about what they were talking about at the very end of the episode.
Okay.
And you might be able to put 2 and 2 together there.
Okay. I'm going to have to rewatch that
There's
last little...
people in his head.
Okay.
Those are the people in his head.
Huh.
So it's more than just Mr. Robot.
Yeah. They kind of alluded to that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember when he was dying?
Yeah.
And they're like, we're all going to go away? That was the mom, and that was like the younger him.
Well, even like in season 1, like he was supposed to be taking care of his mom, but his mom was long and gone. Was she already dead or something like that?
She comes up in this episode.
I thought he was fucked at the end of
episode 1.
Yeah, I thought he was. I was like, I seen him get shot or whatever. And they pulled a quick swap over. I was like, he fucked or whatever. Especially because when he's in that house, I was getting chills. Where like when you start to see that like this is a fucking staged ass house.
Right when I saw like the frame, I was like, this dude's fucked.
Yeah. They got furniture, no light bulb in the lamp and stuff. I was like, dude, they set this place up.
Yeah, I was like, this is a fucking trap.
Still got tags on stuff and shit.
Yeah, I was like, damn, they fucking
homeboy just chilling, eating his cereal. Just
the dude talking on his fucking phone, like, oh.
It was good.
Ain't nothing. Oh man, it fucking set him up.
Don't worry, be happy or something.
Yeah.
But
another thing that was crazy from the first episode was like Cronus was talking about it. The first fucking 10 minutes, like motherfuckers are dying. So like, not what's her girl's name? Not Darlene, but the homegirl they grew up with.
Blondie chick.
Yeah, Blondie chick. The chick that you hated, right?
Yeah.
That chick was fucking annoying.
She was being stupid. I was like, you need to get down with the fucking program. And
I was waiting for that sniper shot. I was like, she's gonna die right now. Like that was it. It was just a matter of time.
He told her. He was just like, you can't say these words.
Like, when he walked away,
your life.
like there's no way he could have made it more fucking clear other than fucking telling her. But like when he started walking away and he like ripped off the wire, like cause she was like walking one way and all of a sudden she stopped. I was like, oh shit, she about to get sniped or some shit. But then she like went and sat down and all of a sudden the two guys came over and it wasn't just pat, like they didn't just fucking kill her. They shot her once and pap pap two more in the back or some shit like that. Like she was dead. But what made it even worse is that Brad Rabbit sent the fucking pictures to Elliot like, hey, look at your girl.
Yes.
You keep fucking around, it's gonna be you. And Darlene's out there looking for her, fucking all hyped up on cocaine and shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love Darlene, but man, she got to get her goddamn shit together.
She annoying.
Well, I mean, I remember she killed somebody and like her best friend died. I mean, she's had a fucked up life, man.
She has.
She's got a crazy ass brother.
Her brother tried to fucking kiss and fuck her one time.
Oh yeah. But then there were like those other two people that they were working with got murdered as well.
That's right.
Like everybody that was part of that crew or whatever.
Yeah.
Part of the F Society.
Oh, and her boyfriend, I forgot.
Oh, he got shot the fuck up too.
Yeah.
That was a
No, everybody around her gets fucking killed. Okay. All right, do your coke, girl.
I like that one scene when they're in Darlene's apartment and she kicks her out of the fucking, because those girls are like, oh, what's a roommate, like a fucking ballerina or something like that. I love the girl that hid in the fucking closet because like she told the other girl like, get the fuck out of here, and then other girls like hiding in the closet like peeking around like what the fuck's going on. And when Darlene left the room she like ran down. I was like, damn, that must have been some serious shit right there. She was fucking high as fuck.
Good
But yeah, Mr. Robot is fucking constantly being a good fucking show. Yeah. One thing, I was looking at some of the ratings, and their ratings is kind of dropped a lot since season 1.
But a lot to you gotta be mentally strong to pay attention to everything going on. You can't be fucking dilly dabbling
on your phone,
playing with the dog and shit, watching. You gotta be full attention to what everything's going on.
The other thing is, USA does a shit job of fucking marketing.
They do.
I just gotta call them out for it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't watch a whole lot of things on USA. They don't have a Walking Dead or Breaking Bad on there. So
like this right here is their number one show.
Like it threw off even the days that because it's on Sundays now. It used to be
on Wednesdays.
Wednesday nights. Yeah.
Because I was like confused. I was like, wait a minute, what day does it come on again? Because it's different now, and I had to go double check.
You know what? I don't know why they did it.
It's just not even got a fucking million viewers.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's whack.
But I think they make up in DVR counts.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people DVR it and go back and watch it later. I mean, you kind of fucking got to because there's so much shit that happened in this goddamn show.
They used to have an after the cast show too.
They
have a podcast, I believe.
Yeah, it wasn't even 500,000 people on
I'm not to listen to the podcast for the show.
Well, they also
a couple of good ones.
They also had the Alexa app. Remember they had like the Alexa app where you asked them about the 5'9" shit like that.
Shit's good. Shit is real good. All right, did we have any B's and B's? Did we want it to get into? I know the list is a little short.
Boy, we still fill the time.
I cannot think any. Don't go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to touch on something. Well, I was out of town or whatever. I went to Jamie's wedding or whatever. Jamie's been on the podcast before. It was awesome. Great time. It was in...
There's a lot of like whips and chains and shit?
No. It was in Slidell, which is close to the border of Mississippi. So the wedding venue was actually in Mississippi. It was really cool, really awesome outdoor venue. Mosquitoes absolutely tore my California blood up. It was insanely crazy. One of the random things on my trip was I met Jamie's parents. Not Jamie's. Rose's parents. They found out they're adopted because when I met her, who ended up being her father or whatever, I was confused. I was like, this dude doesn't look much older than me. So I was like trying to sort of piece together stuff without acting all like obnoxious and like, who are you or whatever.
What the fuck is going on?
Found out he's actually 44 years old and everything.
Who is?
Rose's, who she calls her father and everything.
How old is she?
She's 32-ish and everything. Now, essentially, this is where I started to get mind blown or whatever. And you
can adopt a person when they're older, but
yeah. Essentially, it's who she considers her father and her mother are the people she used to, from my understanding, babysit for.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel kind of bad, like putting it all out there or whatever. But I just thought it was like the best story of like human kindness I've heard in a long time. Essentially, her parents, her biological parents, just ghosted on her. Did some like Punky Brewster kind of stuff like later on in life. And from my understanding, Rose was like either like a house sitter for them or like a babysitter for them, and they just straight up adopted her as their own daughter and everything like that. So it was absolutely like amazing, and I couldn't even like wrap my brain around it, and they completely paid for the whole wedding and stuff, and most awesome people. They're from Oregon and everything, from Eugene. And another cool thing about her father was he had this like math equation like tattooed on his calf. So I didn't recognize it, so I was like, I just gotta ask, like, what's that equation? And he's like, it's Euler's identity, which is, I guess, this mathematical. Yeah, he's a mathematician, which I found out. But he started to explain this thing, and I've never looked so lost in my life trying to understand what dumb. It really was. And I was like, okay, I know like Pythagorean theorem and all, and some basic level math stuff. And like he started to explain how it's like this, like it's a poetic version of the perfect math equation, and he was breaking it down, and I was like, I'm lost. I don't even know what this like. Am I supposed to plug numbers into this? Like, is this how we travel through time? So I was just fucking. I just kept calling him time traveler the entire time. But it was a really, really awesome wedding, and danced my ass off, and so happy for Jamie and Rose, and they send all their love to the cast, and it was a bomb ass time down in the south.
Do we had them both on, or just Jamie?
We just had Jamie on.
Okay.
Yeah. Real quick, I saw Joe Coy over the weekend.
Right on.
Oh yeah, how? I think before
he was fucking hilarious. That was one of the best stand-ups I've ever fucking seen. I need to see his Netflix shit because I had never seen it before.
Yeah, I heard it's really good. Hilarious.
Yeah, half Filipino, just brilliant comedian, and he's getting his third special on Netflix coming up. I don't know, sometime early next year or whatever. I saw him over at San Jose State, and I was fucking impressed, man.
I know he had a thing at Chase Center, right?
That was the next day.
Okay, yeah, but that's fucking big time.
Man, that's a brand new arena and shit. Yeah. They had Metallica play there for the opening. They, the Warriors are doing it right now over there. Mm-hmm. Dude brought it like on the level of Bill Burr and Chappelle, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I've seen him twice, and he's fucking hilarious. Like, I think it was like maybe 2010. He did like this thing called Pull Out. He was like, he had like a campaign talking about Pull Out 2010 or something like that. So that was like his campaign for you to, when you're fucking a chick, right before you about to nut, just pull out. And like he kept doing that, he would be like, you just pull out.
Pull out.
I mean, I want to see him in some more stuff. I'll certainly check out his two other stand-up specials, but you feel like you know his family once you've actually seen some of his shows, like his whole Filipino side of his family. Just a big shout out to him.
Check out some of his stuff on YouTube too. He's got some funny shit on there.
Yeah. Well, we have a beat the BTI now if you want to.
Let's do it. What we got?
This is from Warrior Fellow. What's going on, fam? Which horror movie, TV series, video game, book, comic, or anime do you recommend for this Halloween? I'll recommend an anime because it always seems kind of like Halloween themed, and it's Soul Eater. Yeah, Soul Eater.
Soul shit?
Yeah, Soul Eater. It's very Halloween sort of theme to it.
Definitely. That's a good one. Yeah, and that had at least like 80 episodes or something like that. It was pretty good. Pretty long.
Yeah. It's one of my daughter's favorite animes ever.
Love that. I'm going to recommend for gaming Resident Evil fucking 2. This remake blew me fucking away. It's truly scary and shit. Mr. X, zombies. There's some thinking and puzzles. I don't fuck with puzzles, but I still love this game. So, yeah. This shit was that shit was great. It's going to get nominated for Game of the Year for me. Go ahead.
Interesting. Not so much scary, but if you are a girl and can pull off, I can't think of the girl's name from Food Wars, but the new season does
with
drop.
God Tongue?
Yes.
Oh man! How's that? That ain't Halloween for shit.
You can girls be dressing up sexy as fuck for Halloween. I don't know what Halloween you've been.
Sexy God Tongue.
Yeah, it's like how they said Mean Girls. It's the excuse for the girls to just dress up slutty for no reason or whatever. Dress up as that.
Send your hate mail to Hey It's Stitch.
Yeah.
What you got on Digit?
So let's see. I'm gonna recommend another game, Apex Legends, for their event right now because it's free. So if you have the PS4, Xbox One, just download the game. The event will
PC
download
too, right?
Yeah, PC as well. But I mean, the event is great, super Halloween themed. The announcer is like this demonic like overlord, and when you like die and become a shadow, he basically tells you that you've joined his army. He owns your ass. It's great Halloween spirit. It's great fun to play. Also, Control. If you haven't played Control, Control's a fucked up, mind-bending, terrifying game.
Is it like dirt cheap now? Like we talked about Borderlands.
It's on sale. It's on sale.
Like
Not
$30 too.
Yeah, it's like 30-something. But yeah, that's a definite game to play because you're trapped in a building. The whole game takes place in a federal building, and it gives you a bit of claustrophobia, and like you're playing against people that are possessed. They look like demons, and you gotta blow them up and kill them. And there's always like people that are hovering above you, chanting like really weird shit that you can understand, but it just doesn't make sense when you put it together.
I feel like that game would have sold more if she was a big titty goth girl. You know that. It's true.
See, this is why Anita Sarkeesian exists, because of people like you.
Oh, damn.
For me, I got 2 games I'm going to recommend. So the first one's, I think it's only it's called Don't Starve, and basically it's a game where you're in like this magical world and you have to survive through the night, but like you have a it shows your mental health, and as your mental health goes down, and especially if you have your fucking headphones plugged in, at nighttime you start hearing fucking shit whisper to you, telling you to fucking die and like, you know, just end it. Like it's basically telling you to commit suicide, and this shit's fucking freaky because it's not like loud. It's very like silent, but you can hear it, and like you'll be doing something and be like, you hear something like, get yourself. You're like, what the fuck?
Shit.
And it's only when you have the headphones on. Like if you're just playing the game without the headphones on, it comes from. You can hear from the controller too, but it's not that loud. But if you have headphones on, you can like really fucking hear it.
This is on PS4?
Yeah, I played it on the PS4. It was a PSN like maybe a couple of years ago, but it was a lot of fun to play. The other game I'm gonna play, you have to have VR for this one. But Paranormal Activity.
You're about to get somebody a heart attack,
on the
bro.
VR. Holy shit! I tried playing this game like maybe 8 or 9 times. I cannot fucking play it just because it's too fucking scary. Like I walk into a room and the door was fucking shut closed. I'm like, you know what? You know that SpongeBob meme? I'm like, time to get up out of here.
All right, time to go.
VR is a different kind of fucking scary.
Yeah, it's like even games that aren't scary can be fucking scary. Like the Job Simulator. That game can be fucking scary. You be like turn around, there's a robot in front of you all of a sudden. You're like, what the fuck?
Zombie shooters are fucking scary because you can hear them go behind you, turn around, they're like, ah!
Yeah. Well, what was the name of Deadhaven or Bellhaven or something like that?
I can't remember. Yeah, that one was fucking good.
Yeah, that one was fucking. And it's crazy because it's like dark and you have like a flashlight and the batteries slowly start dying. So like as you move around, like it starts getting harder to see.
Did you ever play the Resident Evil 7 on there?
No, it's only for the PS4.
Oh, that's right. You have the other one. Okay.
Console, yeah.
What about well, this might be on PlayStation only too, but I heard the Iron Man VR was about to drop, right?
Yeah, I've heard rumors about it, but I haven't seen any much details about it.
I actually heard there's finally a really good VR game. Like as far as like AAA game status goes.
Oh, which one?
It's a game called Asgard's Wrath.
I did see
it's supposed to be really fucking, and it looks good.
Yeah. The PS for the console or for
it's
PC?
It's for PC, but it's for I think Oculus only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe it'll get ported over to the not the Rift side, but the shit. Which one do I have now?
Vive.
The Vive side, but I don't know. They haven't announced it yet, but it looked really good from the review that I saw, and it got a pretty high review. Like usually VR games are kind of like tech demo-ish, but this one has like a fully fleshed out story.
Nice.
Like you like basically you're a god that can take over people's bodies and like turn into like a large god and shit like that. And there's like puzzles and like all kinds of intricate shit. There's lore in it, you know. So
and it has already dropped.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get to like you can hold like a sword and a shield and shit like that. It looked pretty impressive.
Are you able to talk about Kronos? You mentioned like an embargo game or something a week or two ago, and you said I won't talk about it, but then I couldn't remember if now it's released.
Yeah.
Or was it an Amazon thing?
Or was it?
It was,
Yeah,
it was Amazon.
Okay.
show. It
Is
was,
that- is that over? Can you
No,
talk?
no, I can't talk about it until the 31st.
Goddamn.
It's I can tell you the show though. It's Jack Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Season two.
you talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw a commercial for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the advertisement for it. Looks interesting.
But they're not in the Middle East anymore, so I was like, thank you. So
The Warrior fella said for him it's Aliens for movies, Until Dawn for video games.
nice.
I need to play Until Dawn. That was free. I have it just sitting in my fucking library.
You need to play fucking Evil Within.
That is true.
You're slacking on both those.
Yeah, let me borrow Evil Within.
It's good. Both of them are good.
Yeah, good shit.
I remember just kind of jumping back to something from like high school or whatever. I remember I was playing. Oh god, I can't remember what game. It's an old school shooter game, and I think I was playing over at Hunter's house or his apartment because he had already moved out. And I started playing this game. It's a first-person shooter, and I'm playing this game, and this motherfucker started walking around the house like turn off all the lights and shit like that. I'm not paying attention. I'm just playing fucking game, and the scariest fucking shit happened. This guy, like you're going into like this science building, like going to this room, and all of a sudden a giant fucking monster starts chasing you, and then like all the lights inside the game start like turning off, and you're like trying to run around. And oh man, I just remember it being like the scariest shit I've ever played in a goddamn game. But the fact that this motherfucker was going around turning off all the lights to make it even fucking darker, that fucking asshole.
God.
I can't remember what game that was.
Was it Half-Life? Half-Life 2?
I think it might have been Half-Life 2.
Damn, that was a good game.
Yeah, I remember Alan Wake being fucked up like that.
Are y'all getting Modern Warfare? You skipping it?
Now, kind of mess with.
I'll probably get it.
Man, I haven't played a Call of Duty game in a while.
Yeah, I skipped the World War II one.
Okay.
But I have Black Ops, so I'll probably get this one.
I'll get it. I don't know. It depends on. I haven't played the demo. I haven't played any of that shit. So I'll have to see what it looks like when it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, there's some exclusive PS4 stuff, so I think the majority are going to get it on the 4.
Oh, okay, it's not on my list so far. I think Borderlands. I'm still playing it. And I'll go back to the Division 2 since all this fucking new content is dropping.
Oh, that's right. The Pentagon dropped yesterday, so I'm gonna try to twitch some of that shit out.
Good shit. All right, what we got populating this week? Stitch, you back up in Cali. What you doing?
Fudge. Wish I hadn't jumped on me first. Skip me for right now. I was not prepared for it.
What am I doing?
Who am I? Kronos, what you got?
This weekend, hopefully we can work on the shed. Last weekend we tried to do it, but my father-in-law's back hurt, so he's feeling better this week. So if you guys want to help this weekend, if you're available, let me know. We'll get some stuff done. Other than that, we're gonna. So apparently, my youngest daughter's favorite holiday is Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Like, she's always asked us about Halloween, like it's since fucking like early September.
Yeah.
She calls it Halloween. Is it Halloween? Like, let's go trick or treating. I'm just like, dude, it's not Halloween yet. Like, what the fuck? And like,
You have to say little dude, little girl dude.
yeah, I was like, come on. And then she already knows that like where we're gonna be for Halloween.
Yeah.
Or she wants what she wants us to be, and it's always she wants me to be a vampire. She's gonna be a ghost, and
Okay.
she wants my girlfriend to be I think a skeleton or some shit. I'm just
Nice.
like totally random shit. And every time now she watches TV, she wants to watch this fucking Halloween songs, and I don't get it.
That's
but
funny.
yeah, it's awesome.
Kids love it.
Yeah.
It is their holiday for the most part.
That's like, oh, and I'm gonna have part of my Friday free for like the first time since she's been born, because she's gonna be in school
Oh, yeah.
for a couple hours. I'm just
Nice.
like, oh, I get some of my fucking time back.
There you go. More Borderlands.
Ah, nice.
Blue, what you got?
First of all, I was just thinking about when you said like your father-in-law or your father-in-law, and I was thinking like, oh, you should call him your daughter's grandfather. But then I started thinking of that scene from Big Mouth where he talks about how his cousin's his grandfather's son's granddaughter, something like that. Like he goes down his list to keep from saying cousin, but he's saying cousin and just in a different. He's going down the family tree or whatever. But anyways, so this weekend, Saturday, I got 2 photo shoots happening. So I'm gonna be taking pictures of my little goddaughter.
That's right, yeah.
Which is Cronus' daughter, and actually doing another high school reunion. So I did a high school reunion last week, and man, these motherfuckers turned it up. Like these people are getting drunk as fuck, and like it's funny, nobody was offering me drinks, but you know, I had to turn them down anyway because you know I was working. But afterwards, man, like
Turn them down.
but no, this was fucking cool. But oh man, it's like so far this was my favorite high school reunion so far. And plus, what was great about it is that the owner of the company that I'm freelancing through, it was his reunion.
Oh, nice.
So he was like talking shit and dude, it was fucking crazy. And it's always weird because there's always that one awkward person that just stands out that nobody's like really talking to, and they're just kind of floating around.
That's because they didn't go to that school. That's what it is. They just showed up.
No, like
Crashers.
she has her name tag, and like people are like, oh hey, how you doing? It's good to see you, and then like scuttle all off. Like it's always interesting to see there's that one person that just did not have that group of friends.
She probably stinks.
She's probably trying to shoot it up.
Yeah, I know.
This was like class of '89, so I think she was more kind of just an outcast. Like back when they had outcasts, they didn't do shit like this sort of thing.
They didn't shoot people.
Yeah, but yeah, so I got that going off, and then Sunday.
Learn how to be fucking lonely like normal people.
Yeah, just get your
Watch
cat.
more hentai and
Be all right.
leave people alone.
And then Sunday, the Sweetest and I were going to Half Moon Bay for the Half Moon Bay Pumpkin Festival happening on the weekend. So.
Leave early, dude.
Oh hell yeah!
That
dude.
traffic is brutal. It can take you
That
2 hours plus to get to Half Moon Bay.
Well, so what I do, I usually will go down south to like Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
And come up the 5 that way.
Oh wow, the one. Okay.
Yeah, I'll come up the 1, or sometimes I'll go up to Pacifica and then come down the 1.
Okay.
And I'll never cut through Redwood City to try to get there.
Yeah,
Or-
that's a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you
One
fucking
way in,
forget
one
about
way
it.
out. Yeah.
But then like trying to find parking's also a bitch. But we should get there at a pretty good time where you can find parking pretty easily.
That's awesome.
Just pay or whatever. But yeah.
Good time of year. All right, old ninja, what you got over there?
So I'm gonna see Zombieland 2 this weekend.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm gonna see Maleficent too on Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna see Zombieland 2 tomorrow night. I'm gonna be doing some of these like events, like definitely Apex Legends Halloween event. I'm gonna try to start up this Division 2's event, or not event, their new like content that they drop, because they have a new specialist classes with this. So try to get this shit. Other than that, just chilling, I guess.
Yeah, I remember it's Lilo's birthday on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit.
So gonna go out to dinner, did a whole nice romantic thing. She's showing more with the belly, so it's
How's she feeling?
pretty good. Pretty good. Nothing overly crazy has happened off the top of my head. She keeps wanting me to feel said baby, and then like the baby won't move like I'm feeling it, so I'm just like putting my hand there for like 5-10 minutes or nothing. But it's enjoyable. It's really fun. We need to record Kobe MJ because this whole China thing.
Braun getting his jersey burned.
The Braun then stepped in it, and Colin Kaepernick, he is not. So we'll have
Ain't
to
Ali either.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss all that. And
I don't like how the NBA is handling it either, like as a whole. Like they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna like not say anything and just basically and like shit on people that are like, fuck China.
they're in too deep with their money.
Fuck
It's the
that.
second largest and it's getting closer to the U.S. in terms of its market and money. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, that's fuck. They're just throwing out the human rights violations for money. Just, I mean, come on, man, get the fuck out of here.
You think these rich white people care about fucking
They should. I guess nothing new, right? Yeah.
things ain't changed?
Yeah.
Other than that, I finished watching Ballers. That whole series wrapped up. It was enjoyable.
Nice.
Because I got stuck in like Vegas on like some 3-hour flight delay, which sucked. So I watched a lot of Netflix stuff. So I'll finish up Raising Dion. One of the cool things in that, because I always watch my Netflix shows, especially if like I'm watching on my phone with the subtitles on.
Oh yeah.
And when the phone rings, it says Stranger Things ringtone.
Oh, yeah,
Or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's hilarious. So I thought it was pretty funny. So I like, because I was kind of just like watching or whatever. And I was like, let me rewind. Let me hear it. I was like, yeah, it's the Stranger Things ringtone or whatever. So it was funny.
Yeah, they have a few Easter eggs in there for their other Netflix shows. They
Yeah.
do that a lot on their other shows too.
When does that House Haunting Hill one drop?
Part 2?
Yeah, are we getting that?
I don't know.
All right, we'll have to check.
I know they're probably still in production.
All right.
But do you guys? Sorry not to cut everybody off, but do you know Lisa Bonet was from Frisco?
I didn't know that. No,
Wait,
Yeah,
who?
Lisa Bonet was born in San Francisco,
didn't know that.
and
Wait a minute. So essentially,
she went to school in
Catwoman is the stepdaughter of Aquaman?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
And she used to date Flash.
Okay. Interesting.
So
Wait, the Flash from the
Ezra Miller, the shitty Flash that we don't acknowledge.
yeah.
Not Barry, not our
I know she
Barry.
dated him.
Yeah, so we'll see. For me, I'm getting back into Hunter x Hunter. So
Good one, man.
yeah, so I'm getting into that one and still trying to finish off the 50 gazillion episodes of
That's on what's that now
Naruto
too, right?
Shippuden. Huh?
No, Hunter x Hunter is on Crunchyroll, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Crunchy. It's on the whole.
I'm sorry, not Crunchyroll. Toonami.
Yeah, it is on Toonami as well. So, and then Golden Wind is about to drop on Toonami too. So I can't wait. I'll rewatch that shit.
Oh, and what's it called? Didn't Demon Slayer just drop on? No, something major dropped on Toonami.
Demon Slayer is supposed to be on there. Maybe it's coming this week.
No, I think
something
it was.
else?
I thought it was dropping already because I saw something saying like it was like the #1 show on
Yeah.
Toonami of all times or some shit like that.
Okay, then it was supposed to come here in October, so maybe it was last weekend. So I'll definitely check it out. I want to hear. I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Good shit. Take us out on Ninja.
All right, you just experienced Black and the Black Times Infinity.
Infinity.
Check us out on the internets with @BTHANBTI's BTHANBTI. We're on Spotify now. We're on Radio Republic. On YouTube, we're Black and Black Times Infinity. Facebook, Instagram, Stitcher, Player FM, and our official website, binheadproductions.com/BTHANBTI. And then we're also on Twitter. Twitch. Sorry, that was the last one. Oh, and we have an Amazon app as well. There you go.
Let's squad up some more on Twitch. Let's do it on Thursday. Tomorrow night.
Seeing my movie.
Fuck your movie.
Fuck you.
Grenades be hot as fuck.
Stop throwing all those grenades. Get tactical with it.